Alrighty, guys, welcome to Papa Got Live. For those of you joining in the YouTube video, just so you know, everything's chaptered. You can skip ahead of the intro if you'd like to, and you can kind of click on what you want to watch, or you can head over to the Papa Gut Leftovers channel, which is right here. Links in the bio, and it has all like the clips for the channel. So whatever you prefer. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? What is up? Yes, I'm on. I've decided to check out Twitch. What's up, everybody? Yeah, you're gonna check out my YouTube stuff. Yeah, I tried YouTube a little bit. Not super. I'm not a super big fan. I am fat online. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Oh, right. The new Christian. I forgot. I have to. It's you know, what are we up to now? 15? What is this?
Orjanline2 just gifted 10 subs.
14? Thank you so much for the gift of sub. Could have swore that I uploaded new Christian. Oh shit! Holy, I didn't even notice. How many? What? 10 subs? Thank you so much. It didn't even register. There you go. Thanks for the sub. Thank you so much for the 10 subs, brother. I really appreciate that. Did I not put this to? Oh, I did. What's going on here? Oh, so we have 14 parts. Okay, in this playlist. How come it's not showing that? Whatever. Whatever. All right, so we need to do Christian 15 is what we need to do. We have to add that to the list. It's our daily dose of Christian. Daily dose of Christian, part 15. Wow, I have so much stuff in here that I want to talk about. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that I have all this stuff to talk about? 10 subs is 10. So 10 subs, yeah, I think it costs like $50. I get half of that, so it doesn't matter to me how you guys donate, or if you even do it all. But like the best way to do it, like for the most bang for your buck, is probably through Patreon. No, well, yeah, actually, Patreon would give you the most. Would give me the most. I think I get like a 90% of that, or PayPal's pretty good. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. How's everybody doing today? Oh, it's $41? Hey, good for you. I guess you got like a discount because, Pop, I need your advice. Do I cut my hair or do I grow it out? I don't know. Do your thing, man. Grow it out. Feel it out. I can't really grow my hair out. I actually used to have long hair.
Taskhints1 just resubscribed for 5 months.
Hey, thank you for the sub, brother.
Let's go.
Just so you guys know, if you do have Amazon Prime, you get a free Prime sub every month. Exclamation point Prime in the chat allows you to utilize that sub on Papa Gut. Very pogger. Maybe I'll be bald like my inspiration. Yeah, you could do that, but that's a default choice. You could do that anytime. You know, maybe try if you wanted to grow your hair out a little bit. Hey, do it. Do it. You have 3 Papa Gut hoodies. Damn, I gotta make new ones. I gotta make a new one with my new logo, the very cool logo here. This suspicious baka right here. When did I start losing my hair? Like 22, maybe? I don't remember. Something like that. Never really mattered. I always kept my hair short, except for the time in high school where I grow it out for a bit.
Just resubscribe.
Thank you so much for the sub, brother.
Afternoon, Papa.
Exclamation point sub for mobile. Yeah, that's a good point.
Orjanline2 gifted Omayadrose a subscription.
Ooh, thank you so much, brother.
2 gifted a tier 1 sub to Omayadrose.
Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate the gifted subs. Sus? Absolutely. Yeah, I have like old merch, but I never updated it, so I don't even like advertise it. I'm gonna be like the SpongeBob movie and use a spray can on my head. Nice. The fuck does that mean? The quality of the black ones are good for the hoodies. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, I didn't know if they were bad or not. I got a couple, but Papa, somebody who's slowly thinning, should I wait until it gets bad or just shave it? That's up to you, bro. I don't know. Who cares? I mean, for me, I don't even like. Well, I probably get a haircut again soon. I was doing it like every week, and then what happened? I hit myself in the head so hard I couldn't cut my hair for like a cut in my head. So I was like, okay, I can't cut my hair. Oh, oops. Guess I can't cut my hair right now. Guess I can't cut my hair. The SpongeBob movie, Neptune out of a spray can. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. What's going on, guys? These are ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous today. Very sussy, like a baka. What's today, Monday? Shit. People are too used to the random nighttime streams now. I was doing like 3 a.m. streams. They weren't bad, but like I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back on point, so it's crazy. After the hype train is over, oh, we got level 4. Wow, great, that's awesome. After the hype train is over, we're gonna get into some content. Don't worry about it, guys. What will it take for you to shave the beard? I don't know. Yo, Papa, thanks for making Monday bearable. Very pogger. Thank you, dude. You wish it wasn't Monday, bro. Every day's the same to me at this point. I'm not shaving the beard, though. Yeah, I guess cancer would be what it takes for me to shave my beard. Yo, thank you. The logo faded quickly. Yeah, I need to get like a new one. I do it through like a company like Teespring, so like I don't have a lot of control over the quality, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it can be a very sussy baka. Sussy baka. Can't do it. I got finals this week, and then I'm done with freshman year. Very cool, man. Hopefully I had a good first year. I got a Poland Spring water. But I haven't bought Poland Spring in like 3 months. So now I'm thinking maybe that's gross. I should watch the Amber Heard testimony. I don't know if I'm like super interested in it. Dude, I'm waiting for somebody to do like a thing on it. It's like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm not super fascinated with the trial. A lot of people are. That's cool, but I'm not. You know, it's the only thing that is dominating right now. So, you know, I guess it's easy content, so everybody's watching it. So it's boring. I mean, it's like, I feel like we should wait till everything's over, get like a nice recap. I spoke on it a little bit, but I'm like, man. Why is my number 2032? Well, I'm not going to run for president. It was like a meme back in the day. So I made it pop up at 2032. You saw a video where someone said she was snorting coke. No, because she was sniffing while wiping. Listen, Amber Heard seems like a shitty relationship partner, but I feel like she's getting not a very charitable, you know, endeavor. You know, but hey, what do I know? Anyway, let's get this started. All right, let's get right into the news. Let's get right into the news. It's like Keemstar. That was the joke, guys. All right, I'm a little off today. Give me a break. Anyway, okay, so I was just scrolling on Twitter today. I know this is going to be kind of weird, and I found a tweet from Mutahar, right? That's Some Ordinary Gamers. And this was the tweet, dude. I'm like so Twitter illiterate. It's not a huge thing, but it's like but he said he called Boogie a fence sitter. So I'm gonna go through it because it's not a huge drama, but it's so weird because like Boogie gets dogpiled, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the guy because he's you know, I don't know. Sometimes he cries a little too much. Sometimes he plays victim a little too much. Sometimes he does actually legitimately fence it, and like not like, hey guys, here's a commonsensical or a middle ground stance. So I'd like to think I'm somewhat there, but it's like this apprehension to take a side when like you have a side to take. You know what I mean? It's not like a middle ground commonsensical spot. Anyway, let's start from the beginning here. So Boogie posted this. He said, "Internet. Streamers literally do nothing and people give them money." True. And then Boogie said, landlords hold my fucking beer. Obviously, super based anti-capitalist stance. Like, I mean, who cares? I don't even know why people paid attention to this tweet. Who gives a shit? I mean, whatever. I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I mean, I know landlords are usually like, keep up with stuff, but I mean, I guess it's a good retail investment. I just don't give a shit. You know, the biggest problem is that like I think people's problem with landlords is that they freaking stink. Now, I think that there's can be really shitty landlords that will just hike up the cost of rent. Like in Florida, I think they just overturned a bill that or they overturned something where like there's no real regulations on rent hiking, which is fucked up. You know, it's people like, well, just move somewhere else. It's not that easy, bro. It's really not that easy. It's not that easy. Just pick it up and go, all right, I guess I'm getting the fuck out of here. You know, especially if you're poor, you're just gonna you're gonna get up, you're gonna get a moving truck and just dip. The fuck are you gonna do that? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. I'm sure there are good landlords, but like fundamentally, I'm okay with like people owning property and taking care of it and renting it out to people. It's just like, you know, there's probably not a whole lot that needs to be done. But okay. You think that they're a necessary evil? I guess. I mean, I don't care if the government owns property and rents it or if people own it, but I do feel like, you know, landlords are kind of annoying. And there probably should be some kind of a regulation on rent hiking because it gets crazy and it's not like they need this money desperately. You know, I mean, some landlords do, obviously, but it's a way to get fast, easy cash, man. You sign somebody on, and then you don't really have to do a whole lot except for fix minor things that are broken, and then they don't even do that half the time. Anyway, Boogie said, to be clear, in my experience, your average Twitch streamer works 4 to 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. Most landlords I had showed up to collect once a month and maybe fix something every 6 months. Well, you know, Boogie, why are you inviting them to your house? I would be like, bro, I'll send you a check. Fuck off. Don't want to see you. My house, bitch. Would I kiss Boogie? Of course not. Anyway, Mutahar, Some Ordinary Gamers. By the way, do you want to know why I saw this in my feed? Because I don't follow either of them. It's because fucking Ethan liked... Ethan Klein liked Mutahar's fucking thing. He liked his tweet. It was so stupid. He's like the tweet told Boogie a fucking fence sitter. Isn't that like a little passive aggressive? I feel like it's a little passive aggressive, Ethan. It just feels like because he won't acknowledge Boogie anymore, but like he'll like the tweet. He'll be like, oh, fuck you. If you say fuck Boogie in the ass, he's like, yeah, I like that tweet. Anyway, he said it's called a solid investment. Property is the best way to grow your wealth. I mean, I guess that's true too. I didn't really find anything particularly problematic about what Boogie was saying. Your best argument is that Boogie doesn't care and he's virtue signaling if you think he's a real dickhead. But at the end of the day, I feel like we're putting too much energy into this. Who gives a shit? Like really, who gives a fuck? Apparently, wait, okay, somebody said, okay, so in response to this tweet, somebody said, ignore him. On the H3 podcast, he literally said he wanted to buy up a lot of property when he retires from YouTube. He's just being hypocritical. So apparently Boogie said that on a podcast. Okay, I mean, who cares? Then Boogie said that was literally years ago, and I've come around since then, realizing that it's not something I would do. Surprising that people's opinions can change as they get older. I don't give a fuck. I would do it. I know it's shitty. I'd be an okay landlord. I'd show up. I'd do a Monday breakfast. I'd show up with like bagels. I wouldn't do that. I would never stop there unless I had to. But I mean, hey, listen, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. Am I right? Anyway, Francis, what's his name? Steven? Steve? I don't fucking know. Anyway, Boogie says, hot take: you can own property and not exploit people who can't afford it by renting it to them. Sure, it's a smart investment, but it's immoral. I don't know what that means. You can own property and not exploit people who can't afford it by renting it to them. What does that mean? Can somebody fucking translate what this means? Hot take: you can own property, okay? You can own a piece of property and not exploit people who can't afford it by renting it to them. Is he saying you can own property and not exploit people by when you rent it to them, or is he saying you can own property without renting it out? I don't know. Okay, you're saying it's worded weirdly. I guess he's just trying to say you could buy up a property and rent it without like screwing people. Okay, I guess that's true. Sure, it's a smart investment, but it's immoral. I think that it's debatable whether it's immoral or not. I mean, I feel like what's more immoral is that there are areas where the government doesn't give a shit about how much you rent it out for. But it's pretty fucked up, man. Like I pay I forget what happened. I don't pay a whole lot. I live in my mother-in-law owns this house, but I pay the rent and everything on it. But like she could probably get an extra $900 a month on this thing if she rented it to somebody else. It's crazy. You could really fucking rip people off. Anyway, it ends with nothing apparently. Did he get rid of it? Oh, okay. So yeah, Mutahar says, so then it's a bad landlord and stop fences. So then say it's bad. So then say it's a banned landlord and stop fence sitting. You want to talk about nuance, then do it. I guess so. I feel like there's like, why is there so much energy in this tweet? I don't know. I just don't really see how he's fence sitting. I think if anything, he's like, guys, I don't like landlords either. I'm one of you guys. I'm one of the working class. I hate the bourgeoisie. What is it called? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what he could have said. But, I mean, that's your best bet. Like, who gives a shit? I don't know why he felt the need. My thing is like, really, people really love to just dig in on Boogie. And it's kind of funny. Oh, shit, there's a tweet that Boogie had made, but he must have removed it. But here's the response from No Ordinary Gamer. Listen, nobody went full bootlicking. We had a disagreement. You go around assuming this is no reason. This is the reason no one has any respect for you. We had a challenging opinion like adults. You can't handle the slightest point of criticism and go into defense. I don't know what Boogie said, but he must have said something that fucking pissed off some ordinary gamers. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like, listen. I feel like Boogie on his Twitter, he kind of just like makes these like hot takes, and then, or he thinks they're hot takes, and then people get annoyed with his hot takes, and then he gets backlash. I don't really know what else to say. It sounds like Boogie. I don't really give too much of a fuck. It was kind of funny to me when I saw it, so I just wanted to talk about it real quick. There's really nothing else to say. Yeah, fucking nerd fight. Absolutely, it's absolutely a nerd fight. You like Mutahar? He seems like a decent guy. I don't know. People really, Boogie just doesn't have any friends. Like, he really does not have any friends. I don't even know why he really bothered responding. Like, why do people even argue on Twitter? It seems so weird to me. It's just bizarre. I remember the Muda H Street drama. Yeah, didn't he like, I don't know, he had like a weird take. I think it was like a bad take or something. Yeah, somebody, so let's just, we were going to watch as begrudgingly. Papa Gut is liquid Boogie, but actually makes good points when he speaks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Here you go. Boogie responds to everybody? Okay. Maybe. Probably. He texted me the other day. I just didn't read it. I don't care. Because I said something where I was like annoyed with the guy. I was browsing Twitter and people were complaining about the animal page because apparently the cats had worms. Oh, okay. Yeah, Twitter's kind of lame, bro. I don't know what else to say. Twitter sucks penises. Twitter sucks cock. He went hard on Ethan about donating money. Yeah, that's true. That's what it was. Yeah, I don't remember the specifics. It's like, whatever. Shit happens, man. People make mistakes. People make mistakes, guys. Please stop. Please don't cancel me. Dennis gets no bitches, probably.
The Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial has been an inescapable culture.
I accidentally subscribed to Ethan, to this smelly guy. Let me see something. I just want to get this right. I don't know if this is the right video or not. Bro, I get so many on my leftovers channel. I get so many advertisements. It's crazy. Okay. All right. People, okay, so somebody just said to me in a comment on my Papa Gut Leftovers channel that like Def Noodles is getting torn apart. He had like a really bad take on Johnny Depp, blah blah blah. I don't really know the specifics. There's 2 videos. So I guess we'll watch both of them. We'll start with this one. I'm not coming into here like with any skin in the game here. I'm not coming in here to like, you know, nay on Def Noodles or anything. That's not the. I'm just curious what this person has. This is what their claim is. Here's my thing with the whole Johnny Depp thing and the Amber Heard. Right now, there's like we're getting a lot of information out. The trial's still going on. Clearly, Johnny Depp is winning in the court of public opinion. What's a little weird to me, and it does seem like Amber Heard's the shittier of the two in the relationship, but they both do seem to have toxic qualities, right? Like they both seem to have some kind of a dependency on, alcohol and maybe some drugs.
MrGirl
thank you so much for the sub, brother.
Subscribed for 2 months. Hi.
Hello. And they both seem to have like some kind of anger problem. Johnny Depp like throws things, breaks things. Amber Depp seems to throw bottles and hurt Johnny Depp and manipulate him. She seems worse, but there seems to be like they both seem to be toxic together. Maybe it's reactive abuse. I don't know. But right now, I just like, it's uncomfortable to speculate. I saw her talking about her like alleged sexual assault, and people were like, "Oh, she's lying." And like honestly, it makes me a little uncomfortable that everybody's just instantly saying that she must be lying. Like Johnny Depp has to be perfect in this scenario. Like God forbid he did something wrong. I don't know the specifics. Like he did cavity searches. I don't even know if it's true. But like I'm waiting for everything to come out, and I'm waiting for somebody to like compile it all into a video, and then I'm waiting to do that because I'm not. A lot of people come on and they're like, guys, I'm gonna watch the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial all day on stream. It's content for people, and people love it, and that's like the biggest thing that hits right now is Johnny Depp, and it kind of makes you feel like you have to, throw your skin in the game. But like it feels like this is one of those things where you're better off letting everything settle, and then talking about it after the energy has settled, because if you say anything disagreeable with a court of public opinion, they'll come down your throat, and I don't feel like choking right now. Anyway, let's see what we got here.
The Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial has been an inescapable cultural phenomenon that has taken over social media. It's taken over the entire world. The only thing that's even moderately comparable to this was,
I bet if there was a movie created, I can't get this joke out. I bet if there was a movie created where 2022 is the focal point, 20 years from now, Mr. Ender will be very upset that they don't mention Johnny Depp. Just like he was upset that the movie, what was the movie called? Turning Red didn't have enough 9/11 in it. Crazy stuff, right?
Was the Michael Jackson trial. And I don't even think that the Michael Jackson trial was as insane as the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial, because after all, it happened pre-social media. So, of course, there weren't literally tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of people contributing to the narrative of the trial with memes, conspiracy theories, literally everything you can think of that completely derails the fact that this is a domestic violence defamation lawsuit, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I covered it, by the way, if you want to check that out, okay? The Mysterious Mr. Ender's Bizarre Turning Red review. Not enough 9/11.
That is what we're discussing.
Shameless plug.
In this lawsuit, but all of a sudden, for the past week, people have been talking about Amber Heard was doing coke on the stand.
I think that there was one thing where it seemed like she posed for a picture. She blew her nose, and then she's like, for 3 or 4 seconds, it was confused. I was like, why? It was so long. I was like, what are you doing?
Amber Heard took lies from Mr. Ripley. Whatever else is going on. There's just so much. It's difficult to keep up with it. And holy fuck, there's a segment of people who are following this, who are diehard Johnny Depp fans, who are just taking this shit way too fucking far. And today we're going to look at some of it. By the way, I have to add a brief disclaimer here. This video is not in defense of Amber Heard or Johnny Depp. We've seen just how toxic and violent Amber Heard could be. We've seen plenty of pictures, and we've seen videos. We've heard audio recordings. We've seen both sides of this conversation. We've heard both of their stories. We've seen how awful this relationship was. So I want to make it clear that we are just looking at the circus surrounding this whole trial. This isn't in defense of anybody in it. So don't get your diapers in a twist over that.
All right, so what? Oh, that's what I call cringe. All right, so what I will say is, generally speaking, I kind of agree with him. Though it does seem like he's focusing on the crazy Johnny Depp fans based on what he said, which kind of takes this it kind of takes a stance for Amber Heard, kind of. Maybe that's reaching a little bit. I could see why people think he's defending Amber Heard, though. You can't really talk one without talking the other. This was your classic fence sit, while also defending a side that people don't really agree with. But he said that there's abuse. He's basically saying it seems like there's negative energy from both sides, which is something that I said to an extent. I do think that she's worse, but it doesn't really matter. I think your best take is hey, let's wait. And not jump into this shit. But, okay. Let's see what he has to say.
That's what I call cringe.
Tell me what you guys are doing here today.
Well, to support Johnny Depp, let him know we're, huge fans, and yeah, we're on his side. And
can I tell you something? And this is true. Even if Johnny Depp was the bad one in this situation, people would not care that much. I'm just being honest with you. It's similar. They just wouldn't care because Johnny Depp's hot. That's what they did. Johnny Depp's hot. I love him. I used to love him so much back in the day. He's your fucking hot emo boy. Which, by the way, we know all emo people are predators. Just kidding. But if you look at the evidence, Davi Vanity, and then all of the other emo people, Onision. I don't know any other emo people. I know Avril Lavigne, but she just isn't great. Well, she's okay, but her content. I don't know why I said content. Anyway, distracting. But that's a big part of it too. So it is interesting. If the roles were reversed and he was the toxic one, I will say people probably wouldn't shit on Johnny Depp as much as they're shitting on Amber Heard now. I think that there's a lot of people. I think that women love Johnny Depp even though he's toxic because women are stupid and love toxic men. And I think that there's a lot of guys identifying with male domestic abuse situations because a lot of guys feel underrepresented when it comes to relationships, where sometimes girls can be, and not like abuse wise necessarily, but like some guys will be like, oh, you know, I'm like, hey, my ex was really shitty to me. And like, but like nobody believes me because it's the way that she manipulated me was really, I've been there, by the way. I get it. The way that she manipulated me was like hard to like express to people, and then she could play the victim because she's a girl. Like that's where I think a lot of people are kind of like identifying with this. So I'm just saying, if the roles were reversed, Johnny Depp probably wouldn't get as much shit as Amber Heard's getting right now. Just being honest with you, okay? And Johnny Depp has a nice cologne, of course, so that means that he could do whatever he wants.
Yeah, really.
Now, these ladies seem very sweet, so I feel like I have to apologize to them for my
They seem okay.
bluntness, but Johnny doesn't give a flying fuck about them. Johnny is just thinking about getting revenge on his ex-wife, then going back home, doing 3 bumps of coke, spending 3...
Oh, this is definitely in defense of Amber Heard. Okay, listen, what?
I fuck about them. Johnny is just thinking about getting revenge on his ex-wife, then going...
I personally wouldn't label this getting revenge on his ex-wife. I would label this as trying to restore his status. He lost a lot of jobs due to this. Like, he lost a lot. He still has a ton of money, so it doesn't really matter. But he lost a lot of like work, credibility. He was socially assassinated on the backs of the Me Too movement. That's the way a lot of people look at it from Amber Heard. You know? And to say it's like revenge makes it seem like kind of maniacal, you know? Amber's not going to sleep with you, Dennis. Maybe she will. She's probably going to lose all her money after this. Maybe she'll move in with Dennis. That'd be a good couple, I think. I would love to see Dennis and Amber Heard together. I think that Dennis deserves that. I think he does.
Going back home, doing 3 bumps of coke, spending 3 days on a bender, drinking 3 handles of whiskey, and then passing out on a beach chair. And for anybody in my comments looking for a reason to complain, saying, but Dennis, you're making fun of addicts, blah, 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 I kindly say, choke on my balls.
How you feel about
But why? Like, my thing is just like, you're pretending that you're fence sitting, but like, what? Shit on Amber Heard with the same energy if you're gonna play the game where they're both bad equally. You know what I mean?
Johnny Depp?
Huge fan. He's probably my favorite, one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
Yo, your video's too loud, dog. Come on.
Since I was a little kid, he actually got me, the reason I got into hairdressing. I opened up a salon, and it's everything dedicated to Edward Scissorhands.
Okay, I guess now we
That's terrible. What if you're a loser, girl? Just kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm just sorry that I was so mean about it.
all know where to go in case we decide to get this monstrosity for a haircut. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, this trial is happening in Fairfax County, Virginia, and you can only assume that, unfortunately, not that many people are being able to make it out there. After all, we are just coming out of a pandemic. We are basically going into a recession. There's a lack of resources. Gas is like $7 a gallon. I mean, who the
Well, that means people would have plenty of time to go there because they don't have jobs.
hell has those kinds of resources to just go and waste their money to go watch a celebrity trial?
Dozens and dozens of people showing up early. I spoke to one couple, Jerry.
It's all white women, of course. Who else would it be but fucking white women? Hey guys, we went to Starbucks and now we're gonna go online to see if we can meet Johnny Depp. Listen, you know where I'll go if I want to see Johnny Depp? I'll go to fucking Disney. I'll go ride the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and I'll see him at the end of it. Okay, he's standing there singing "Yo Ho." Pirates Life for me. Okay, he's there every day. Actually, I don't. You know what's crazy? He's probably not there now because he has the trial. But after that, the whole fucking time he just stands there and sings the same song. I don't know how he does it.
And Mark from New Jersey, Vinny. They say hi. They watch you every night. I sat next to them inside the courtroom today. They were here at midnight last night to be in line to get a wristband to get into the courtroom.
So you're telling me that people are treating this like a One Direction concert and camping outside the venue, hoping they can get tickets to see Harry, Liam, Niall, Zayn, and Louis?
Harry, Liam? Wow. I would. They call me Harry Papa.
For the first time live in their whole lives, except instead of being tweens, these people are actual adults with real-world responsibilities. Talk about jobless activities.
I saw Johnny.
Hey, that's classist, Deaf Noodles. Fuck you, bourgeoisie bitch. What is it called? What's the working class called? The proletariat. Fuck you, capitalist pig.
Depp, and I threw him my roses, and he caught them.
Wow.
It was
I think you would have been too drunk to catch him.
pretty cool. I'm glad he caught them because sometimes people don't usually get that chance.
Congratulations, your family legacy has been cemented. Now tell your kids about this. I'm sure they'll ask you who the hell Johnny Depp is.
Out here again today trying to support.
He'll probably be a little bit timeless. He'll probably. I feel like those Pirates movies are somewhat. They got a couple of years on them. Probably like 10, 15 years on them. They'll be still pretty relevant. Maybe 20.
For Johnny, and it's sad that he went the other way today, but understandable since yesterday they.
Is that a llama? That's awesome.
pretty much mobbed his Escalade, so I think security reasons they probably pushed him to the side with nobody.
Well, thank you for the information, good sir. It is actually insane that people are mobbing their cars as they enter and leave the courthouse, but I have one tiny question.
normal.
Is that a fucking alpaca?
You know, we'll still come back out. We're hopeful that eventually one day he'll stop and pet him, but, you know, today's not that day, unfortunately.
Right. Now, I noticed the pirate hat edition to Teddy and Truffle. Love it.
I guess it's normal for paparazzi crazy fucking fan behavior.
Oh, it's Captain Truffle and Captain Teddy.
I'm AT, Captain Truffles and Captain Teddy. Permission to enter aboard the ship of completely lost your mind by bringing an exotic animal in hopes that a celebrity is going to exit the car while on their way to a defamation trial about domestic violence.
I'm laughing because I wonder if Def Noodle thinks he's funny when he does this bit, when he does these bits, you know? Information! You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Matt. That's Def Noodles' that's his brand of humor, right? That's pretty much it. I mean, my brand of humor is like really shitty dad jokes. Sorry for yelling into the mic, guys. But still, you know, I love dad jokes.
Asked me to tell Johnny that we love him, so I had to make a sign about it.
Apparently, Teddy thinks it tastes good.
Oh, Teddy thinks everything tastes good.
What the fuck is our country?
Oh, yeah? How would Teddy think my cocked? No, that's too much.
Really? Does everything have to be a fucking circus?
Yesterday was absolute chaos when Johnny Depp left the courthouse, departing with fans swarming his SUV to the point they were almost hanging off of it. I was concerned
What kind of SUV is it? I'm looking to get a new one.
for their safety. Well, today, Vinny, his SUV emerges from the courthouse. Here's yesterday, I believe, where we
I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm a Kia Soul kind of guy.
watched the fans swarm. It was difficult for his driver to make the way down.
Def Noodles is going to make a video called Fat Gum Slammers My Comedic Ability. I don't think that Def Noodles will ever respond to anybody again. I'm going to tell you right now what Dennis's trajectory is. He's going to continue to like go down, and it's going to upset him. Like that shit happens, ups and downs. And he's going to hit bottom, and then he's going to lash out at everybody, and it's going to implode on him, and he'll probably be done. Or he'll manage to climb. He needs to community build. He doesn't have any he doesn't have a community of people, and he's not friends with any commentary people. And I mean Ethan too. Ethan's distancing himself as much as possible. I'm just saying.
On the road, I mean, it's an entire block of just fans chasing after his SUV.
I'm getting the sense that by the end of this trial, Johnny Depp is going to find himself in another trial, this time for running over one of his fans. Anyway, because
Well, he's not driving, so probably not, but okay.
of this commotion, the next day, Johnny Depp's team decided to go with a different exit strategy, and let's just say that the fans really appreciated it.
Oh my god. Who's moaning like that? What the fuck?
I don't know if you saw this, folks, but this mother was chasing Johnny Depp's Escalade while holding a baby. What was he
Personally, I would have threw the baby at the car. You know, that would have probably got his attention.
planning on doing? Throwing the baby inside the Escalade, having Johnny sign the baby, and then give it back to her? I mean,
No, just keep it. I don't want that kid. Ugly.
mother of the year right here.
That's the problem too. Like if it was my kid and I threw him through Johnny Depp, they would throw it right. I'd be like, this kid's fucking ugly as shit. I'm like, you're right. It's a like father like kid. You know what I'm saying?
Or got up at 2:30 this morning, got here at 3:45. I was number 57. Been waiting
Wait, there are numbers for people to meet Johnny Depp? This is fucking insane. Wow.
in the courtroom all day, came out 15 minutes early, thought we were going to see Johnny come this way, and he took off going the opposite direction.
Oh no,
what a piece of shit, huh?
tragedy. You'll never get to have your star-crossed moment with Johnny Depp where he deeply falls in love with you and brings you out to his yacht that he's now sold to J.K. Rowling. Ah, humanity.
And what
Moment of silence. Just a moment of silence, guys. Just a moment of silence there. Wow, that was incredible. Okay.
Did that feel like disappointment? I had a note to give him, and
I think that I don't know.
Unfortunately, I could not give it to him.
Does this person know that we actually live in the 21st century and she can just DM him on Instagram and have him ignore her the same way he ignored her now?
I heard it kind of echo down the road of just no.
Yes, we all ran over here and then waited. Everyone yelled Johnny, so we're like super excited waiting here, and then he went the other way.
There is no amount of money that could actually convince me to go to this trial and be in this environment. Anyway, now that we know how people react when Johnny Depp leaves and enters the courthouse, let's see what happens when Amber Heard does the same.
Well, they're probably gonna boo her, yeah. Boo! Oh my God, there's a ghost there. I crack myself up. That's a funny dad joke. That's so funny. My God, Jesus Christ, motherfucker. God damn it.
Whoa, tough crowd, huh? Yikes. On the plus side, at least Amber can output.
I do feel kind of bad because, like, there's probably a level of truth in there for, like, Amber Heard. Like, Johnny Depp was probably shitty to her in some capacity. You know what I mean? Either way, maybe it's reactive or not, but, like, nothing she says will ever be true. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that she could ever do. So I do feel a little bit bad. You know, but oh well.
Put some faces to some of the accounts trolling her on Twitter. Anyway, alpaca breeders and hairstylists aren't the only ones going to Fairfax, Virginia in hopes of seeing.
It is interesting, though. This is definitely like an in defense of Amber Heard video without explicitly saying in defense of Amber Heard. It's like shitting on all Johnny Depp fans and then like making a joke about how Johnny Depp, oh my God, like does cocaine and then kind of being like, hey, Amber Heard, she exists. People are booing her and that's cringe. You know what I mean? So it's like, oof, you know, I don't. Why not just be like, listen, guy, like just hold your fucking balls. If you're going to say, listen, I think that Amber Heard's getting an unfair shake, just grab your fucking balls, your cock and your balls, and say, hey, guys, I think Amber Heard's getting a bad shake. That's all you got to say. Own it. Don't pretend that you're fucking middle grounding while shitting on Johnny Depp. Just, like, own it. Like, don't be a pussy. You know what I mean? There's so much nuance in a romantic relationship, the public can't possibly understand all of it, which makes it easier to judge. Yeah, I get that's partially true. I think people are always going to be biased towards Johnny Depp and like against Amber Heard because she's kind of a bitch. Maybe that's me being mean. Again, from what I've seen, it seems like she was worse, but it's unfortunate that like when it came to the speculation on her sexual assault, like everybody was just like, nope, no thank you. I don't know. Maybe I need to get more educated on it. I am waiting, but at the very least, we should hear people out without instantly saying no. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny Depp at the courthouse.
Plus, she pooed on the bed. For all we know, he has a scat fetish. You never know.
There's another breed of people who are also making their mark. TikTokers.
When you realize you live 20 minutes away from the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial.
I know that TikToker. Not personally, but she's popular. She's kind of funny. I forget her name. Thank God Dennis didn't credit it very well. I can't really read that. See, this is why I like to just watch everything and, like, you guys can mostly see everything for most of the time. If I'm playing a game, I put the name of what I'm talking about underneath, you know? But, like, for this style, you could have easily thrown her in there so that people know who it is that you're referring to. I think it's kind of, like, shitty and cowardly to make every effort to not reference the person you're talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck? Like, let me go look at that person.
Now that the pandemic is over, can we go back to the pre-pandemic narrative that TikTokers are cringe as fuck? Because
hey, Dennis, you're a TikToker, bitch. And only in energy-wise. You know?
Holy shit, I feel a shiver down my fucking spine.
Shiver me timbers. This would be interesting music that you chose. I personally would have chose the Balloon soundtrack if I was going to replace the music.
Here comes Johnny.
You know, Def Noodles literally was like on his phone watching TikToks at night. And he's like, this is so cringe. I love Amber Heard. Maybe she'll notice me. I'm going to react to this poorly. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. Dennis can't be a TikToker. He's too busy hanging with his comedian friends. Yeah, you have a good point, actually. You have a very good point there. I'm sorry. Johnny's probably... That face. Johnny's probably eating this up. It's probably because he got, like, fucking socially lampooned for how many years, but...
There's no way around it, folks. This is literally celebrity-induced mental illness.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Just kind of threw her crayon-colored picture in there. Shit.
It's getting a bit out of hand. I can't believe he's allowed to receive all these gifts.
Damn, he just took a whole ass package. Bro, they could have just done a drug deal. We wouldn't even know. We would have just wrote it off. Damn, that's smart.
I think a lot of people don't understand that a defamation trial isn't the same thing as a meet and greet.
Here comes Amber.
Why narcissistic?
Sounds about right. Anyway,
somebody call her autistic?
The meet and greet. I think a lot.
Amber.
Why narcissistic?
Oh, lying and narcissistic. Sorry. My bad.
Sounds about right. Anyway, like any good stand, this TikToker couldn't just stop.
What's about right? Are you agreeing with what they said, or are you saying that the reception is about right in a way that's criticizing them without putting yourself on it?
Stop there, folks. In fact, she came back a few days later and posted this.
I'm sorry. Not everybody fits in the bad bitch genre.
When you waste an hour's kids, Jesus, that's fan behavior, which is true.
It's a genre.
It's a fact, folks. Our country.
You know what? The saddest part about that is that it seems like she posted another video about waiting at the trial because it got her a lot of views. That's the part that's kind of like more sad. Is that like TikTokers are so desperate for views, they'll go and do some like weird shit and waste their whole fucking day in the line, and then make a bunch of TikToks about it. Like, that's kind of sad, especially since TikTok doesn't pay any money. It's fucking dog shit. It's horrible. It's like $25 per million views. Oh my god, fucking. It's like, I think they give people like maybe 6 or 10% of the amount of ad revenue they pull, and it's pathetic.
Is thoroughly committed to being a circus, and we are all gleefully playing the role of the helpful idiot clown.
I'd wait on that line if I get like the new PlayStation 5, the year-old new PlayStation 5 that I still can't fucking get. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing, Sony? I'm gonna pirate all your games. Just kidding. That was a joke. Please don't send anybody after me.
Anyway, as per usual, Twitter has a lot of thoughts about that video.
Treating a domestic abuse trial like it's the Met Gala or Coachella or whatever is truly hell on earth.
This trial has been...
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Who said that?
That video.
Treating it...
Who's Roadhog D-God? Is that somebody who plays Overwatch?
Domestic abuse trial like it's the Met Gala or Coachella or whatever is truly hell on earth.
This trial has managed to expose a higher level of derangement than a Trump rally. That says...
Why, you showed us one... By the way, you showed us like one TikTok, or I guess 2 TikToks, secondly, but the same person. Why didn't you show us a bunch of weird TikTok that were cringe? Why'd you only show us the one?
A lot.
Men would never back an abused actress at her trial this hard, ladies. Please, stay home and mind your biz.
Men would never back an abused actress at her. Yeah, probably not, honestly. That's probably true.
As someone who is a man, I am unfortunately not allowed to have an opinion on this because I am a man.
Fan behavior over a
What? What?
Person accused of domestic violence is actually insane.
That's all fine and dandy, but just ask yourselves a question. When being insane is a norm, is it actually insane to be insane?
Can't wait for this trial to be over because y'all are some weirdos. Y'all do not know that man.
Shut up! I know Johnny Depp like I know my brother. In fact, I know Johnny Depp better than I know my brother because I saw him act in a bunch of movies. Prove that wrong.
Stan Cole.
Yikes.
Culture's last obsession with celebrities has to be an illness on its own because there's no way.
Oh, there is a way.
Yoshi
In
girl.
fact, there are many ways. In fact, there are many people committed to those many ways. In fact, there are many people who are literally committing their entire lives to those ways.
This is a domestic violence case and they're acting like it's a...
I wonder why Def Noodles is so invested in the defense of Amber Heard, basically. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I truly wonder. It's so interesting. I'll give him a little bit of credit. He knows that his fans are going to disagree with him. But it's very interesting that, like, instead of having a reasonable take on this, that is like maybe more in favor of Amber Heard than the public narrative, which I think is okay, to be like a little more middle ground on it. He's having like a very anti Johnny Depp stance, and it's like, why do you feel the need to go all the way to like the opposite side of the public narrative? It's weird.
The meet and greet.
I mean, the circus is in town. How often is a circus in town? People got to take advantage of the circus being in town.
Oh, Keemstar supports Johnny Depp. Okay, I know you're joking, but that's probably fucking true. That's probably true.
So thank goodness for all the clowns who are ready for it.
Standing celebrities, especially male ones, it totally screws up a woman's mind. This is beyond madness.
What? Standing celebrities, especially male ones, totally screws up a woman's mind. What does that even mean? Oh, it means women are dumb. Okay, I guess I agree with that. Just kidding.
I really want there to be a Harvard study involving TikTokers who have between 50,000 and 200,000 followers and to post this kind of content. I would love to see just what the fuck is going on in there.
Why 50 to 200,000? I'm so confused. What is it happening? What's your point? What?
Black Mirror.
She has millions of followers, apparently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure she has millions of followers.
Somehow that should...
Or maybe 1 million followers? 900 and something thousand. Send me her TikTok and let me know when you do.
Is literally becoming as prophetic as Nostradamus.
I've been told abusers stare at victims in court. The abused can't look at the tormentor. When Johnny Depp testified, Amber Heard was staring at him and has done throughout. He refuses to look at her.
There are so many people who are currently tweeting, posting assumptions as fact, who are literally fabricating information and injecting it into this trial. There are so many people projecting their own...
Yeah, I mean, I think that tweet's a little bit silly because you're just throwing stills, but...
trauma onto the situation when this is clearly...
And he was like drawing or something, so he's obviously not going to look, but...
completely unrelated to anybody outside of the two people who are currently suing each other. This doesn't mean jack shit for anybody, except the two people involved and perhaps the people who will have to live with a legal precedent that will be established by the decision of this court case. Outside of that, we are all fucking spectators, and some people are... obviously trying to be more active than others by injecting literal bullshit into the situation. This person just made a blanket fucking statement.
Like, yeah, I think that this statement's kind of stupid too, but why are you fucking molding?
Didn't say who. They just said, I heard this somewhere, and they got like fucking tens of thousands of likes. Do people just crave?
Well, they didn't say they heard it. They said they've been told, which when somebody walked up to them and was like, hey, did you know this? You didn't even hear it. They like actively told that person.
Fake information, hearsay is like an endless game of cordless fucking telephone. And the more insane the allegation or the statement is, the more people gravitate towards it and will gleefully share it without even a fucking thought.
This is why this trial...
You know, it's really interesting that Deaf Noodles, not Depp. Okay, Dennis. It's so interesting that Dennis has this take on the Johnny Depp trial. Where he's shitting on people for going with public opinion and like fabricating bullshit information, because that's kind of what happened during the whole Killick B family thing. He was just riding public opinion without like an intelligent take whatsoever, and like I was trying to bring nuance to it, and like that was acceptable there, but now it's not acceptable. Like pick your stance. Like you don't. Yeah, why does he yell so much? That's his whole content. Because loud equals funny. Yelling is funny. It's just funny. Depp Noodles. Yeah. I mean, like, be consistent. You always ride public narrative. And now the one time you don't, you're screaming at people who do. But you typically always ride public narrative. So why the fuck are you screaming? You are these people. You just happen to not emotionally identify with the situation. That's literally it.
Should have never been televised.
That's it.
Y'all are using your dislike of her to reinforce a monolithic perception of abuse victims and spread things about abuse that isn't true, which actively hurts victims.
This is why this trial should never been been televised. Well, the reason the trial is televised is because, honestly, like I don't think Johnny Depp doesn't win this trial. Like he's not going to win. I think it's really hard to win a defamation trial. But it's more about public opinion. And again, he lost his whole fucking like job in his entire life. So like, again, he's rich, so it's not as big of a deal. But like, you know, this is his only victory is through TikTok. Y'all are using your dislike of Heard to reinforce a monolithic perception of abuse. I think that people dislike Heard though because of this. So it's okay. And spread things about abuse that isn't true, which actively hurts victims. Stop treating that. Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Victims, stop treating this like the Super Bowl.
Mic drop. And now palate cleanser.
Okay. That was interesting. I will say. Let me see. I'm trying to find this girl. Apparently this girl's name is Jessica Ortiz. But I can't find her TikTok. Because I don't know what her TikTok name is. And there's also a different Jessica Ortiz. That's not her. So okay, there's two Jessica. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay. This is the one that keeps coming up. So it's a little difficult. And it doesn't seem to say what her fucking name thing is. Oh, she was a theater person. Ugh, cringe. Oh, it's Jessival Ortiz. Oh, excuse me. I'm a fucking dickhead. Fuck me in the asshole. Here it is. Yeah, she's got 7.7 million. Let's see. Whoa! Stop yelling, please. Let's see. All right. Cool stuff. Do you have an OnlyFans? That's inappropriate, guys. I didn't ask that. You guys asked that. All right. So let's see what the follow-up is to the video. Actually, I want to read through the comments while we watch the follow-up.
The Johnny Depp Amber
really quick.
Heard trial has been an inescapable.
Stop, Dennis, please. I've been noticing the pattern. I've been noticing the being a bit of a pattern within the trial. I'll agree that Johnny Depp isn't the greatest person. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, some just disagreement. I'm reading is cringe. Oh, hey, that's a future video, guys.
Well, folks.
All right,
let's get to it. Irrelevant news. So the Kentucky Derby happened this past.
I don't care about that. Where is the Amber Heard trial? Here we go.
Heard's IMDb page and literally changed her name to Amber Turd. And it was actually showing up on Google as well as Amber Turd. And according to TMZ, that has since been corrected. I don't know, if I were Amber, I'd actually keep it. Has a nice history to it. And it might actually work really well if she ever gets cast again in anything like a diaper commercial. Or let's say a Halloween brand decides to make a joke turd in her honor that people can leave on their significant other's beds. Anyway, shifting gears to Brittany.
Oh, wow. That was so funny. Jesus Christ. Dude, what are you doing? Are you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Are you okay, Dennis? What's wrong? What are you, Dennis, are you okay? Def, are you okay, brother? What was that? I feel like that was like a light walk back. He's like, I'm going to make a joke about Amber Heard and everything will be the equal. Okay. All right. So that's, that was a video. That's it. That's it. Don't leave. Stop leaving. I'm just kidding. Okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, he took his cat ears off and now he's on his Joker arc. For sure, brother. For sure. Oh my God, dude, that was crazy. That was crazy. That's something I'm just interested in watching. Oh, I'm kind of interested in watching this, but that's a little long. This I can wait. This definitely can wait. This cannot wait. There's so many long videos today to talk about. Let's shift this a little bit. This is something fun. This is something really fun. I started on my feed today. I thought it was really fun. Nothing crazy. It's just Ricky Berwick. He posted an image of somebody made a My Little Pony version of Keemstar. And it's fucking the shit out of Ricky's pony. That's it. That's it. There's nothing to say. This is incredible. As they said, who the fuck made Pony Keemstar fucking Pony Ricky Berwick? I mean, listen, brother. You know, at least they didn't put the horse down. That's all I gotta say, brother. It's very interesting. It is very weird. Very weird. Let's get some comments. Let's get some of the alerts up.
Coomsy33 just subscribed.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub, Coomsy. Coomer. Somebody's been asking me to watch this. Should I watch this?
Illustratijo just resubscribed for 4 months.
Thank you so much for the sub, brother. We have peaked into humanity. Do I want to watch? This is from Repzilla. Somebody asked me to watch this, but I hate the person who suggested it. I'm just kidding. I don't hate them. It's somebody might chat. Lovely maggot. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this really quick. Let's do something small. It's called It's Healthcare. I saw Ben Shapiro make laugh at this video. He just said LOL, and then he put this up. So I'm gonna watch it because I don't know what's so funny. Oh, it's just loud. That's what's funny. Loud.
Mr. Jenkins, sorry for the wait.
Thanks for seeing me, Doc.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, my knee has started to lock up on me sometimes.
I see. Does it hurt?
You know what the reality is, bro? When you get older and stuff like that happens, the doctor's just like, you're done. Like, if you're young and you have like a knee problem where your hand is like shattered into 1,000 pieces, they'll use magic to recover it. But once you get to my age, dude, it's like, yeah, man, my knees hurt. They're like, well, that's rough. You're fucking fat and old. I don't care. But I mean, it makes sense because I'm fat and old, so.
Yeah, kinda. I was hoping to do something about it.
Sure, we can take care of that. It's a simple fix. We'll just chop off each of your limbs and then suck out your brains with a vacuum.
Nice.
What?
We'll just chop off each of your limbs and then suck out your brains with a vacuum. Just a little chop and then out come the brains.
Why would you suck the brains out?
What are you talking about?
It's healthcare.
What?
It is healthcare.
How?
Where am I losing you?
Immediately.
Your knee is bugging you.
Yes.
And you want me to do something about it?
Yes.
We just need to sever your spinal cord. You'll be on your way.
I'm not letting you sever my spinal cord.
It's healthcare.
It's violent.
Whoa, don't tell me you're anti-choice.
I'm not. I'm pro-choice, and I'm choosing not to let you do that to me.
Oh, it's
I'm very confused.
It's not up to you. What? It's up to her.
Hi, I'm Susan.
Who is that? It's Susan. She just said that.
I just said that. I'm Susan.
Who is Susan? A woman. It's up to her. What do you think, Susan?
Oh, suck those brains out.
There's your answer. Your body, her choice.
What's that? What? Oh, is this like an abortion joke? Is the joke that she has the choice over him? He's the baby in this scenario. Oh, okay.
Get that vacuum away from me.
Yo, put that vacuum in my ass, dude. Look at how,
Self-care.
bro. Look at that. Look at it gyrate.
Oh, suck those brains out.
There's your answer. Your body, her choice.
Get that
Yeah, stick that in my ass. You can suck my poop out. I don't know.
vacuum away from me.
It's healthcare.
Why does Susan get to decide?
She's got a career to think about.
I'm gonna be a famous actress, and I don't want you mucking it up.
I don't even know who you are.
She's a woman. It's her choice. It's healthcare.
Stop saying it's healthcare.
Oh, would you rather Susan do this to you on her own in a back alley with a clothes hanger or something?
I don't want Susan or you or anybody doing this to me at all.
Why?
What?
Why don't you want this?
Why would I want this?
It's safe and effective.
It does not sound safe and effective.
You are anti-choice.
No, I'm anti...
Women?
No, I'm pro...
Rape.
No!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Anti-healthcare? Because that's all this is. It's healthcare.
It is not healthcare.
It's 100% healthcare. Medicine, healthcare, x-rays, healthcare, stitches, healthcare, sucking out your brains and then quietly selling your tissues, making a small, nice little profit, healthcare.
I mean, stem cells can really help other people, just so you know.
Selling my tissue to who?
I'll never tell.
I feel like I am losing my mind!
But I haven't even started yet.
No. The answer is no. No, you can't chop off my limbs. No, you can't sever my spinal cord. No, you cannot suck out my brains. How you can call these procedures healthcare is baffling to me.
It is health.
I mean, I get that this is like an anti-abortion piece, but like it doesn't really make any sense. It's not like directly analogous. I mean, this person has no dependency on her. He's not growing in her body, and he came in for a knee pain. So it's just weird.
Healthcare.
It is
I also love post-birth abortions, yeah.
not healthcare!
All you want is for your knee to stop hurting, correct?
Yes, that's all I want.
So if I got your knee to stop hurting, would that be healthcare?
Yes, that would be healthcare.
So, do you think your knee will still hurt after I sever your spinal cord, chop off your limbs, and suck out your brain?
Well, technically, no. I guess it wouldn't hurt then.
Alrighty, let's get to work.
Fine, let's just get this over with already.
Okay.
This is gonna take long. I got goat yoga in about 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, that was obviously incredible. That was. I'm pro-life now. Bro, it was just so stupid. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just so fucking dumb. What's interesting though is, I will say one thing, and I know this is like a stupid complaint, but like I think my biggest complaint is how nonchalant she is about it. Because most of the overwhelming majority of people who get abortions are not like, it's not an easy choice. You could say what you want. It's not an easy choice. So like her just being like, whatever, I don't really care about. It's not. She would be fucking devastated. Do you think that it's like, I would go as far to say that like it could be possibly very traumatic for you to fucking get an abortion. It's not an easy choice to make. But okay. Thanks for the recommendation, Ben Shapiro. Based humor. Absolutely. 100%. This was very based and red-pilled. There's so many loud voices that say that they're very proud of getting abortions. There are not a lot of loud voices saying that they're proud of getting abortions. I understand what you're saying. There's some people on TikTok who make like jokes about it, but like no, there's really not very loud. Like there's some people who say that they're proud of it, I guess, but like they're not. That's an outlier. It's not. That's not the stat like the generals. That's not like the status quo. That's not the norm, bro. It's not the fucking norm. Do you understand, dude? You're a fucking liar. You're gaslighting me. I'm just kidding. You're currently gaslighting the shit out of me right now. Okay, you've had 6 abortions. Wow, good for you. I think that a lot of doctors don't really do like anything after 2 because it's so dangerous. I think on your body. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. I could be fucking stupid. I could be a fucking moron.
SpongeBob at 92 just resubscribed for 5 months.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub, brother or sister. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's do the Jared Leto. Let's do this. Jared Leto has a problematic past by Repzilla. Okay, guys. Here we go. This is the Johnny Depp arc if he went down a path where people didn't like him. Cuz they are similar. Jared Leto and Johnny Depp are very similar. They're both a little annoying, but Johnny Depp is so lovable. He's such a lovable guy, I guess. I don't know. This guy's insane, bro. By the way, Suicide Squad sucked balls. Horrible Joker. There was really no reason to ever cast him. It was terrible. I didn't like it. His character was cringe, and I don't think I've ever liked him in anything ever in my entire life. Also, didn't he go like crazy and like fucking DM Will Smith his genitals or something? No, he didn't do that, but he did something weird because he's a what is he? A method actor, right? So he's just fucking bad shit. He was good in Dallas Buyers Club. I don't even know what that is. Is that something about gay people getting AIDS? Is that actually what Dallas Buyers Club is about? I think it is actually about that.
Hey, welcome back into today's video. We're going to be talking about the actor and musician Jared Leto. Now, some of the things we're going to be talking about, well, they're pretty bad. He was trending on Twitter about his movie Morbius last week, and then when I clicked to check out what people were saying, I saw a tweet from Dylan Sprouse. That's the brother of Cole Sprouse, if you've ever watched Riverdale. So this sent me down a rabbit hole, and you're not going to believe the stuff.
I watched Zach and Cody. What did the tweet say? Now that you slid into the DMs of every female model aged 18 to 25, would you say your success rate is? Probably reasonably high. Why out him like that? This is honestly like a kind of a normal behavior for a lot of guys. Well, listen, I think it's weird for an older man to date a younger girl, but like it's kind of normal. And as long as they're 18, like who gives a shit? Why are you outing this guy? Why are you trying to start beef?
Sprouse, that's the brother of Cole Sprouse, if you've ever watched Riverdale. So this sent me down a rabbit hole, and you're not going to believe the stuff that I found. There's island cults, stories to do with underage girls, bizarre competitions, taking advantage of his
what is this, Jeffrey Epstein?
Base. There's a lot here. Grab yourself a beverage and brace yourselves.
Okay.
Oh, I got it in my eye. Jared Joseph Leto is an American actor and musician known for his method acting in a variety of roles. He received numerous accolades.
Oh, look, it says he's 50 there. I guess I could have waited.
Throughout his career, which spanned over 3 decades, including Academy Award, a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Golden Globe Award, and a Critics' Choice Movie Award. He's currently 50 years of age.
Wow.
Before we get
he looks good for 50, I'll tell you that much. I look like shit for 50, by the way. I look normal for 50, and I'm 32, so.
To some of the more hardcore stuff, I want to talk about how he pushes boundaries while calling it method acting. One Twitter user says, Jared Leto was so committed to playing Morbius that he would use crutches and slowly limp to the bathroom.
Sometimes I do that. You ever wake up and you have to pee really bad? And then you're like holding your bladder when you get to the bathroom? Yeah. But then you can't really pee. It's like it comes out so slow. It's the fucking worst, bro.
However, pee breaks were taking so long that it was slowing down filming, so a compromise was made for him to use a wheelchair.
Okay.
So he gets pretty immersed in his roles, which, I mean, that is method acting, and it's not a big deal. But Jared Leto takes it to an extreme level. I've read articles where directors and co-stars were actually afraid to even interact with him because of some of the things that he would do. Which
I would just hit him in the mouth, to be honest with you. Has anybody just said, like, Jared, I will fucking smack you. I will smack the fuck out of you. If you fuck with me, I will smack the shit out of you. You're 50 years old. Okay? I'll smack the fuck out of you. And if I can't do it, I will pay somebody to smack. Like, why not just say that? And he'd be like, all right. I'll take it easy.
Which include sending sticky Playboy magazines, used condoms, beads, and a lot more.
Wow. Well, send me 2 out of 3 of those things. Not one of them. It's up for you to decide.
To some of these co-stars. Obviously, I'm going to be censoring some words so this video doesn't get suppressed by the algorithm.
Method acting is frowned upon. I mean, method acting makes sense for some people to really get immersed in it. It just depends how far you take it. I mean, it's one thing for you to like maintain an accent while if you're trying to be an English person for like, you know, but
this is a video where Jared admits to some of these things.
Who did you send used to? Oh, everybody. Maybe they didn't want to tell you, but no.
How used were they? Did you put them on and then send them, or did you like coom into them? Did you come?
I mean, I did a lot of things to create a dynamic, to create an element of surprise, of spontaneity.
What character needed you to send them? Like, what character were you method acting where you needed to do that? Like, what character would do that? What character would do that behavior in what movie? The Joker? Why would the Joker do that? Why? Why would that be a thing that the Joker would do? Where the fucking canon in any arc, in any DC Comics Batman arc? Where would the Joker send used condoms? Because he's the Joker, baby. I like that response. Okay.
And to really break down any kind of walls that may be there. I mean, the Joker is somebody who doesn't really respect things like personal space or boundaries.
I have seen it be said that Jared lies purposely in interviews to embellish stories, to make it just to get the craziest stories out there and rotating in media because he gets a kick out of what people will believe.
Oh, maybe that's what actually happened. Okay.
But having some of his co-stars back up some of these more
it's a video concept.
interesting stories makes me wonder. Makes me wonder a lot.
I got that. Jared sent. We can't just skip over that. Yeah. What do you say? What do you think? You say Jared has gone full Joker. Did you get?
Did you smack? Did you hit him? Will? Did you hit him? Is sending a cum-filled condom not as bad as making a joke about your bald fucking wife that looks like a goddamn sperm cell? Bill Smith? Which is worse? Huh? You think that, what's that girl's name? What's her name? What's his wife's name? I'm thinking the name Dennis Rodman. Why is that the first thing I think of? Jada Pinkett Smith. That's her name. Do you think that she intercepted the package and dumped Jared Leto's cum into her pussy? Because I feel like that's on brand for her. That feels on brand. So.
Yes, I got so many weird things. I can't even begin to tell you the weird things I got.
Yeah, he sent you and sticky Playboy magazines.
Honestly, just hearing this.
Sticky Playboy magazines? Hey, this way they don't fall out of my hands when I'm jerking my willy off.
I feel like it's disrespectful to his co-stars and the time and effort that they're also putting into the movies. I think that it borders even criminal activity. Like if some of these things were unwanted.
I mean, it's possible that they're all just embellishing the story for the hype too. I mean, Suicide Squad was a dog shit movie. By the way, what a waste, because Will Smith would have been an amazing Green Lantern. I'm being unironic. He would have been a great Jon Stewart Green Lantern. He would have been fucking incredible, and they wasted him on like Deadshot, I think his name was, right? And the movie was terribly written. It was abysmal.
By the co-stars, which I mean, if you think about it, and he does all this stuff under the guise of method acting, which I don't know if that's exactly how method acting is supposed to work. It definitely shouldn't be an excuse for inappropriate behavior. But let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below.
I think it should be an excuse. That's what I would say. Okay. Island Cult.
Jared Leto is not just a famous actor. He's also the lead singer of a very well-known band, 30 Seconds to Mars, which he co-founded with his brother.
Is he really? Didn't even know that. Wow. I don't really like that band, so makes sense.
Brother Shannon Leto in 1998. Now, there's been terrible, terrible stories about Jared Leto and his band going back decades. You've probably heard some of these stories, but you might have not known the details. We're going to go...
Are they substantiated details?
Over those details throughout this video, so get ready for that. First, I feel like it's important to know that he's sort of leveraged his musical success and his fan base towards strange and irresponsible situations. Over on the Repzilla
yeah, it probably takes longer than 30 seconds to get to Mars. True.
Twitter, I quote tweeted saying, "We should probably look into Jared Leto's Island Cult."
How do I not know about him? Because I'm fucking me. I don't know about anybody.
And
Will Smith would make a good Green Lantern. Don't ever say that again. Leave my chat. Shut up.
This is going to be Repzilla Twitter. I quote tweeted saying, "We should probably look into Jared Leto's
This cult is not discussed enough.
Island Cult." And
whoa!
This is going to be very strange. So this is pictures of Jared Leto acting like some type of Jesus figure while he's walking with people that have joined this. And we're going to talk about the details in just a moment. They're all wearing white. They can be seen gathering around.
That is the worst color of them all.
Around him here, mostly you can see it's young girls. The way he presents himself here does look like he is some type of
Jesus,
deity. And let me tell you, this wasn't a free event, so wait till you hear about the prices.
Hey, how good are they?
One person says having a 3-day retreat with your most dedicated fans is going to look culty no matter how you swing it. What kind of music festival has yoga, nature activities? Bro, please.
I mean, it's 3 days. I just don't really care that much. Plus, this person's pronouns are they, them. I mean, who gives a shit about that? I'm just kidding.
The obsessiveness about this cult it's really on another level, and you're going to be surprised to hear about the details.
Well, to tell me, though.
Give me an amen. Give me a hallelujah.
Oh, he's religious. He's out of his fucking mind. Okay. I mean, a lot of religious nuts, they're a little sussy sometimes.
Give me a praise the Lord.
Praise
the main 30 Seconds to Mars Twitter, they actually tweeted saying, "Yes, this is a cult. # Mars Island."
Wait, what? They're throwing shade at Jared Leto? Oh, shit. Nay. Whoop. That's not a name, that's a dab.
So I'm going to read some of these comments here so you guys can get a feel of what I'm talking about. Now, this fan base, they're not just called fans. He calls them the Echelon, which is some type of a military formation. The word was also used as a secret government code name, which was a surveillance program operated by the United States. It's also a formation where the units are arranged diagonally. Each unit is stationed behind and to the right or behind to the left of the unit. So you can kind of take that for what you will, but let's read some of the comments from the Echelon. Am I saying that right? 600 people with different ages, nations, professions in the middle of the sea, united by love, music, and by your talent.
So that sounds beautiful.
Some people got red yarn-looking bracelets.
I got that at Michael's the other day, so it cost me like 30 cents.
One user saying, been in this cult since 2002 and I'm never leaving. This is my home.
Nice.
A cult, a family, beautiful memories of us, Echelon. With
Why are they calling it a cult? Why are they open to saying it's a cult?
Our Echelon leader. Thank you for giving us all this. And you can see 100% that he is playing into the role. Apparently, this cult was all started as a
hey, he's just method acting, bro. Why are you gonna shit on him for that?
Joke, as can be seen in a 2013 New York Times interview with Jared.
Is that what it is? Repzilla is a southern emo? Okay, now it makes sense. I was not able, I didn't really get the accent. And now that you said that, it makes perfect fucking sense.
Leto. At one point in the video for the...
How do you pronounce Echelon? Is that like a Pokemon? Echelon? That sounds like a Pokemon. And if it's not one, it's going to be one soon. And if it becomes one after I make this video, I created it and I own the rights.
Song Closer to the Edge, the words, yes, this is a cult, come on screen. It's a joke, a response to journalists saying, you have such a cult following. We have always had incredibly committed people following us. Yeah. If people like 30 Seconds to Mars, they really...
Committed to a mental facility. I got them.
Really like it. It's really interesting how he responds to the interviewer about how this is a secret joke that's not meant for him. Seeing all...
Echelon, that's my version of Sonic Troop. You know that, brother. Hey, Mom, watch out. I'm coming for you. Oof. Damn. Echelon. Oh, it's echelon? Oh, I know that word. I've heard that before.
Those fans screaming and crying, I guess I didn't quite understand where the joke ended and where the actual Messianic business began, you know?
I'm actually going to come hang out with my mom on her birthday soon. This weekend. So, see you soon, Mom. Gross joke. Oof.
He says, well, I'll push back a little bit. The joke really isn't for you. It's for the believers who get the joke. Okay. And this is one of the things about Jared Leto. There's always some type of excuse that he has for whatever it is that he's doing. He does interviews and he lies in those interviews purposely with outrageous claims to get the media to spread the word further, to have fun with it, he says. And on other occasions, the method acting, well, you could say that was an excuse for some of his boundary pushing. It's really hard to tell where the joke is in these things at times, or if he's really taking this serious. You never use the word fans. People who like you are the Echelon. He says, I hate the word fan. It just seems so dismissive because we have this cult, this family, these believers who understand. It seems fitting that there was a name to reference them.
True.
So the next question from this interview is actually how he does go about his interviews. You've said some strange things in interviews over the years. You once claimed to have spent time in prison.
Yeah.
When I was young, I read that River Phoenix said he tried to lie as much as possible in interviews. It's okay to have a little fun out there. It's not about being evasive. As you can see, I'm an open book.
I guess that's just his clickbait. He's just trying to get people to watch his stuff, I guess, because it's fucking garbage. So I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't really watch anything from Jared Leto. Jared Leto is the kind of guy that my wife might like love a lot for no reason. You know what I mean? Like Johnny Depp. I know I compared the two before, but you know what I mean? I wonder if she does. I'll have to ask her about it, or she'll be like, he's cringe.
And again, it's very difficult to know if Jared is joking or not. It's very similar to how he behaves when he's method acting. There seems to be some type of excuse.
I think he's actually acting there, Repzilla. Just so you know.
For everything he does, but the things that go on behind the scenes, they appear to be real. I'm going to show you this video I found. It shows you behind the scenes of what this is like to be a part of these types of events, and you get mega church vibes 100%.
Nice. I get like Christian fucking every Christian festival vibe.
They all dress in white. They call themselves the Echelon. He parades around as some type of Jesus-like figure. They have a very strong us versus them mentality, which psychologically, this type of mentality creates like...
What is this, Game of Thrones? What the fuck are you showing me?
Like this deeper type of connection between him and his fans where they feel like they're part of something special or part of something that other people are not a part of. And this would be okay if there wasn't several occasions where...
Papa's called All Must Be Topless at all time. Bro, for real, dude. If I had a cult, everybody would have to be topless, all except for me, because I don't want you to see my fat tits. But I want to see everyone else's fat tits. So
it appears that Jared Leto is taking advantage of his fan base, specifically when he ran a competition where The grand prize was sleeping in his bed for a night.
Nice.
In a May 9, 2013 tweet, he said, "I will."
This is so weird. I mean, they're all adults, so I don't care if they're fucking psychopaths. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a fucking creep and go to an island and pay, like, I don't know, thousands of dollars, like, that's your fucking problem, idiot. But, I mean, that's fucking crazy.
I'll admit my bed is more like a hotel than most. Hashtag the sleepover.
My bed is, it's a queen. It's a queen-sized bed. My wife's and I sleep there, so there's not a lot of room for you. So you'll have to sleep by the end of the bed like a dog.
This has been deleted, but I found the original rules for the competition on the Wayback Machine. Titled The Sleepover, it says, "Ever wonder what it's like to be at the Mars Lab?
No,
Want to come see?
What is
Even
that?
better, want to spend the night? Then we've got a contest for you.
right.
Enter for a chance to be one of 5 winners who will receive the exclusive invitation to the lab for a magical
How the fuck are you gonna have 5 people sleeping in your bed at the same time, dog? What the fuck?
night we are calling the sleepover," which sounds fine enough until you get to this part. Still want more? Are you ready? One of the 5 winners will spend the night at Jared's house in Jared's very own
just
bed.
one of the 5
WTF.
winners.
Yes, it's true.
Why only one of the 5 winners? How does that work? You win, but then you don't even win? Shit.
True. Travel included. Now, I probably wouldn't get such creep vibes about this if within this competition rules.
Why? How is creepy?
They didn't say that it was a field night of and birthplace of love and faith and dreams.
Lust.
Follow it off with staying the night in dude's bed. That doesn't feel like a correct message to send across to your fans that are primarily.
Well, how do you win? Do you have to be hot?
30 Seconds Mars, young girls, come on.
Yeah, I got a lot of lice in my bed, so you're not really winning.
And then say the possibilities are endless. I actually did find a now deleted Tumblr post where one of the winners go over their experiences and how really disappointing it was. Something I do
They
want
didn't get to see his cock.
to point out here on the Wayback Machine is there's specific things, numbers that are the color yellow. And it's important to note that if these are the color yellow, then they have been manually removed. Around June of 2019, the Wayback Machine added a feature where the tool would highlight content additions and deletions in yellow and blue.
Okay.
And within my
I don't know what that
research,
means.
a lot of this stuff included things that were deleted, and I found more often than not that things were completely scrubbed from the internet manually. So in this post here, it talks about one of the winners and how they felt disappointed, but it gave a little bit more details. It said that there were 3 girls and 3 guys that won.
Sexy.
And again, if you click the source, it's completely gone. If you search it on the web,
It's right there. It's just in Spanish.
Wayback Machine, it's completely gone. Basically, this person's post talked about how Jared barely was there. He didn't autograph anything like he was supposed to, and a lot of things wasn't like they were supposed to be. And even
I want him to autograph my penis. He could only get the first 3 letters though, because he has a long name. So I would say Jar.
Jared's bed was actually a coffin, and apparently the winner that got to stay in his bed's name was Matt. And here's a
Bro, can I just tell you something? Like, I have like a hair in my throat because today I went to the bank and I was talking to the bank person, and as I was speaking to them, a mustache hair went into my mouth, and it's COVID, so I can't. I was like, I can't. That's what I want to do. Like, I want to take my finger, like, and then I get the mustache hair in my mouth. Well, I couldn't do that. It's really in there. So what I did is I swallowed it, and it's stuck in my throat, and it's annoying the shit out of me.
clip.
Cool bed, bro.
She ends off saying, "Yes, I have to admit that I'm sure some of you had more opportunities to interact with the band, and it was very nice, very cool. And even though this was not what we were expecting it to be, and we were eager for more, I'm grateful for having been there and have been giving the opportunity." So in this situation, there's no evidence, besides it just being generally overall creepy, that shows that anything bad happened, but it does show he is willing and aware of his fan base's devotion and how he can profit from it. But that's not all, because...
Hey, aren't we all? Hey guys, new merch drop. I didn't make any merch. What about how that would have been amazing if I wasn't so lazy. New merch drop, guys. Cute, but there's no merch. I have like old merch, but I have to update it, so I don't even think I have a link to it anymore. Cool, right?
A lot more to show you here. Back in 2013,
You're gagging right now. Can I tell you? I told my wife that story, and she said that she can't talk to me because she'll never forget that for her entire life. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but you know. I guess that's life.
Were criticized for asking fans to get tattoos to appear in one of their new music videos.
That is a little
so
weird.
essentially they asked fans...
Wait, what's that?
Asking fans to get tattoos to appear in one of their new music...
I was just looking at the Northman review. I want to. I just want to see. I don't know if I want to buy. I see that movie. It's got Eric from True Blood, and I love Viking movies and shows. That's like the mafia movies. From like, you know how like old Italian dads are like, I love the Goodfellas, the God for the Irishman. It was all right, but they made him Irish. Was that a good? Am I a good Italian? I'm not racist enough. Anyway, like Viking movies and shows. That's like my Italian mobster movie. I like them. They're so cool as hell.
Music videos. So essentially, they asked fans to film themselves getting tattoos and saying specific things in order to win a chance to be in the
What are the
video.
things?
Along with the request of a list of things fans must do in order to have their video qualify for consideration, including close-ups of the area tattooed before, during, and after the process. All fans must be filmed saying, "I am the Echleon," before going under the needle, and must.
I'm more of a Flareon kind of guy. Is there a grass one now? Because I like the grass. I like grass a lot. It's all right, actually. But I like it. I'm not a big Flareon fan. Leafeon? Wow. That's really clever. So what would Echleon be? Echelon. Echleon. What is an Ek? Like, Leafeon is a leaf. Ek is like cold. It's like a COVID. That would be just that'd be a toxic Eevee Pokemon. That'd be kind of cool.
Also explain why they're getting it done. This is one of the fans' tattoos here. It says love, faith, and dreams.
Wow.
Now, to explain the details, fans only had less than a week to get this done. One article saying, it's absolutely irresponsible and probably the worst thing that Mars has ever done, giving fans a week time to get a tattoo of some random song.
I mean, like, listen, bro. I mean, like, it's weird to encourage people to do that, but then also, it's a fucking tattoo. And if somebody's that dumb, it's not like they're telling 4-year-olds to do this. They're telling, like, grown adults. If you're that fucking stupid, like, that's your fucking problem. You know?
People should choose their own lyric to a song that means something. You need time to do that. Any tattoo artist who would give you an appointment within 1 week, LOL, I would not suggest you go there.
Why? The tattoo's just a pyramid. It wasn't really that complex. Right? This is it? This is like fucking 20 minutes. Do you think a tattoo artist is... You could have like the most basic person do that.
Again, I can see this. Lots of young fans, less than a week time. They're going to be hurrying up, rushing to try to get this, to meet this competition deadline. And they may not be happy with their outcome, so I get this. Interestingly enough, on the 30 Seconds to Mars website, this has also been completely manually scrubbed. Jared's also been accused of exploiting his fans by charging over $900 for meet and greets.
Why would you go to that? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Listen, it seems like Jared Leto's out of his mind, but why the fuck would you go? Yeah, it's $900 to meet me. No thanks. Bye. Oh, I love you a lot. Not enough. I wouldn't even spend $900 to see my own dying mother in the hospital. That's actually not true. But, yeah, I'm not spending $900 to see fucking Jared Leto.
For 30 Seconds to Mars. In the top,
unless he is actually fucking, you know what I'm saying, then maybe I'll watch it.
But off during these meet and greets, they were wearing surgical gloves. One person on Instagram saying, 30 Seconds to Mars at a meet and greet last week wearing rubber gloves. Nice message to send to your fans.
When did this happen?
30 Seconds to Mars. And to top it off, during these meet and greets, they were wearing surgical gloves.
Was it during COVID? I don't know.
One person on Instagram saying, 30 Seconds to Mars at...
Hashtag dicks. Hashtag please sneeze on them if you get the chance. What? What the fuck? Why? How long ago was this?
At a meet and greet last week wearing rubber gloves. Nice message to send to your fans. Honestly, it is a bit weird.
Yeah, you guys are... Hey, the hands are the dirtiest part of your body. I'm wearing gloves. I mean, I'm not because I have eczema and it goes in my hands, but I understand why you would.
Keep in mind this is in 2013. If this was around the time of the pandemic, I would completely understand this type of thing, but...
Why? Germs always have existed. We just didn't give a fuck.
It wasn't. And also, to put it in perspective, Rihanna charged about $116 for meet and greets, and Taylor Swift took the...
Shit, I would fucking spend $116 just to smell Rihanna's fart. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with me today? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm experimenting. I'm experimenting with my shit. Not literally. Okay, just move on.
The stance of not charging anything for meet and greets. Wow, I actually had somebody comment under my tweets.
Of course, you'd be a fucking Taylor Swift fan, you Southern person. Got him.
Saying this, yo, I met him and he's a DICK. Worst meet and greet ever. No eye contact, not even a hello.
Well, I feel like once you spend $900, you're probably going to not feel great about it. You know, you'd have to do a whole lot. You know?
Just signed my CD and passed it down the table to the next band member. Didn't even get a chance to ask for a picture. FUCK Jared Leto and his crap band. Going on to say, this was back in 2010 as well. No pandemic, no reason to not even acknowledge the person right in front of you. And not even the cult meetings are free, and the prices, they're going to scare you. Screenshot Media revealed that its Camp Mars event, which was held between the 7th and 9th of September 2019, charged $999 for 2 nights of outdoor camping.
Wow, that's like Disney's prices. It's like Disney hotel prices. Holy shit.
Bring your own tent and supplies. The getaway also included daytime outdoor activities like rock climbing and archery, plus 2 30 Seconds to Mars concerts, which the band called Church of Mars. More expensive dorm options were offered, but the only way to sleep in a space that wasn't shared with strangers was to pay $6,499 for the VIP experience. That is absolutely...
So don't go. It's like, oh my God, it's so expensive. Don't go. I never thought of it that way. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Insane. And don't get me wrong, the issue is not that they're making money. It's the way that they're going about it and the general ways that they're doing this, while also unironically proclaiming themselves as anti-greed back in 2013. Jared Leto...
I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were anti-greed.
Made a music industry documentary saying that he's pro-fairness, pro-art, and pro-creativity. So this had to do with their record label EMI and their second album, A Beautiful Lie, where they claimed in a lawsuit that they never saw much money from their album sales. So honestly, it's a bit hypocritical to complain about how the industry is exploiting you by taking your money, while also you yourself are attempting to cash in every way possible.
True. Hey, don't hate the player, brother. Hate the game.
Good. I'm actually interested to know if any of you out there have your own experiences with Jared Leto. If you could tweet me at ZillaRage on Twitter. Also, drop me a follow. I'm trying to get to 30K this year.
I watched his movie, The Joker, The Jokester. The Suicide Squad was terrible. He didn't even commit suicide. That would have. That's what I went there for. Message at ZillaRage.
I'd appreciate that. Yeah, let me know. For decades, there have been terrible stories about Jared Leto accusing him of SA and inappropriate relations with underage girls. Actually, one of the reasons I decided to make this video was because during the release of Morbius...
Is there any credibility to those allegations?
That week, he was trending on Twitter, and I clicked to see what everybody was talking about, and I ran across a tweet, interesting tweet. May 16, 2018, Dylan Sprouse tweeted, "Yo, Jared..."
Well, 1825 is legal.
Leto, now that you slid into the DMs of every female model aged 18 to 25, what would you say your success rate is? Now, if you're not aware, Dylan Sprouse is the twin brother.
Did he answer? You probably read a book.
Of Cole Sprouse. He's the star that goes by Jughead Jones on Riverdale. This is Cole Sprouse, and this...
The fuck is that? Jughead Jones? What is Riverdale? Is it fucking Archie Comics? The fuck?
This is Dylan Sprouse. James Gunn actually replied to Dylan Sprouse and said he starts at 18 on the internet.
Oh, shit.
This is actually not the first time that James has talked about Jared Leto. Back in 2015, in a now deleted Periscope live stream, he...
It's from Archie Comics? It's actually based on... Wow. Why? Okay. That sounds interesting.
Went on there...
Maybe I'll watch it with my wife. Where the fuck is my wife? She usually stops in the streams by now, asshole.
And among other things, talked about how Jared slept with underage girls. Now, this has since been deleted. James said on Instagram, "Good morning, Bogota, Colombia. I'm sorry to all of you around the world who saw my Ambien-fueled Periscope session last night at 3 a.m. Yes, I erased it." But he didn't deny anything that was said, and even further back in 2012, he tweeted this. "Driving home from Vegas, trading stories about what a DICK Jared Leto is." This, of course, has been deleted.
Well, where's the allegation, though?
And for whatever reason, completely scrubbed off the Wayback Machine. In the same year of James's deleted livestream post, the New York Post reported that Jared had been pursuing teen models. This was written by Chris Wilson.
Shit.
Starts off saying, "Jared Leto likes him young, the 33-year-old Requiem for a Dream actor, last seen squiring Ashley Olsen and Lindsay
squirting
Lohan around town, has been aggressively pursuing many of the teen models checked up at the Maritime Hotel."
How old is like a teen model? Like, is that 18? Is that 19?
And Lindsay Lohan around town has...
Like, I'm being honest, because a lot of times we throw out, like, we use, like, what teen are they?
Been aggressively pursuing many of the teen models checked up at the Maritime Hotel. One source said that he'd been approaching all the girls around there and inviting them to his show. Girls from IMG, Elite, Next, and Women are staying there, and Jared has been hitting on all of them. He's a serial texter. He is consistently texting these 16 to 17-year-old girls. It's really kind of creepy.
That's pretty fucked
He
up.
actually approached...
IMG Elite. What is this? This school?
He is consistently texting these 16 to 17-year-old girls. It's really kind of creepy. He actually approached a new elite model that was 17 years old named Nadia at a restaurant. And she said, "No, you can't have a number because I have a boyfriend." And the boyfriend was actually there and witnessed it all. It was at a restaurant at the Maritime Hotel. Also in 2015, there was another story that was making its rounds, and this story has been completely scrubbed from the internet, but I did manage to get a hold of a couple pieces of.
I wonder what the social sphere was like 17 years ago. It's probably more acceptable. It's not, it's disgusting, but I wonder if it was like considered more acceptable, because that was like 17 years ago, right? He was 33.
But through the Wayback Machine, I'm going to show you these now deleted things, and keep in mind that this is...
Because, like, unfortunately, this shit, like, it's somewhat new to be like, hey, you shouldn't think 17-year-olds are sexy. It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Probably the most graphic part of this video.
Okay,
if you are sensitive to these types of things, be careful. It was written by Evangeline Van Houten, and it's titled Another Cosby, a reminder that several women have accused Jared Leto of SA. It details stories and encounters that women have had with Jared, and it doesn't add up to a really pretty picture here. One person saying that he was very aggressive.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Aggressive. There was choke.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you fucking shifting the camera like that?
No respect, and it seemed like he enjoyed her.
Anyway, the choking is 100% true, as well as restraining. A lot of holding it down. He fucks hard and rough and quick. There's a lot of movement, position shifting, and a bit of tit sucking. Tit biting and sucking. There are a lot of marks left. He doesn't give a shit that his cock is fucking gigantic, and it hurts like Satan. It's not long. It's not only long. It had to be about 11 to 12 inches. It's thick and burned. Blah 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 blah. There's okay. You got a pleasure out of hurting me in retrospect, but I was too young and didn't know that then. He was a major dick. So reading this, it sounds kind of like what they're saying, because they said, like, I think he got pleasure out of hurting me in retrospect, but I was too young and didn't know that much then. Honestly, what it sounds like, I have to read the article.
Hurting the person. At one point, they say, I didn't like the choking, and at least he eased up on that a bit, but he still did the wrist restraining and ramming. I like rough, but he seems to zone out, and it's scary.
So this...
Another saying they didn't mind the name calling, but the whole time that they were having relations with him, they felt like they were being RAPED and not even play RAPE.
They felt like he was raping them. So like this is one of those like conversations. It doesn't actually sound like any of this is sexual assault. What this sounds like is a lot of people got together with Jared Leto. It seems like they're all of an appropriate age. They got together with Jared Leto, and he likes really rough, aggressive sex, and they're engaging in casual sex culture. And so, like, they're like, oh, let's fuck it. They're like, I want to fuck Jared Leto, of course. And then they, like, kind of let him do things to them. And, like, they're uncomfortable with. But that doesn't necessarily make it, like, sexual assault. Like, if this is happening, if you know... and it's so fucked up. Because it sounds like they were, like, somewhat intimidated by him. It's probably a mixture of, like, intimidation plus, like, oh, my God, Jared Leto. I'll let him do whatever I want. You know? So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't... There's not really sexual assault. It's the issue of having casual sex with people. You know, I the best thing I could really say is, like, he should have been more open to, like, making sure that you could say no. You feel comfortable doing that would be more appropriate. But even when they said it felt like I was getting raped, they're probably talking about how, like, it was... I guess he likes consensual, non-consent sex. And it feels real to them, which is fucked up. And probably because they're not super, like... They don't know each other, so those boundaries are, like, very lost on a lot of people. That's, like, some shit that's, like, very intimate. You really shouldn't do unless you're really with somebody, like, you know, like, with somebody. So, and, like, understand boundaries.
In his mind, it seems like he thought he was actually doing that, and it was very odd. One person saying that they had relations with him when they were 15 years
That's obviously rape, statutory rape.
old.
If that's true.
Another saying, I lost all respect for Jared Leto after I met too many teenage girls who have been approached by Jared in order to sleep with them. He's just another rock star who lets his ego get to his head so he can take advantage of young girls. He even hit on my 15-year-old best friend. He's no better than Roman Polanski in my eyes. Wow. The stories get really bad, but here's a story that actually involves his brother, Shannon Leto, and a tour bus. It says Jared Leto grabbed a girl's neck while she gave his brother a lap dance. Okay. So this situation right here was said to have happened around April 2002, and he was in the middle of a 3-year relationship with Cameron Diaz. This is what the girl says. The other girls and I got down to bikinis and hung out with Jared and the band backstage. The girl then says Jared invited her onto his tour bus. His brother, Shannon, the band's drummer, was already on it, and the three of us were the only people there. I gave Jared a lap dance for just a minute, but then he asked me to do the same for his brother, who was sitting on the couch. As I started to dance for Shannon, Jared suddenly grabbed me around the throat from behind and said to me, I can reach pure sexual enjoyment in 30 seconds just by looking into your eyes. Obviously, it was a kind of weird situation. Jared sat back down and watched Vicky lap dance for his brother for 10 minutes. She claims then the interlude ended and the roadie announced it was time for them to leave for the next gig. Jared is one of the stranger guys I've met.
I wonder if he grabbed her hard, because it sounds like he didn't. You know, which is still really uncomfortable and scary. But
going back to 2018, a writer named Helen tweeted this. Is Jared Leto's consistent predatory behavior really unknown to the public, or did the collective consciousness shut down after Bill Cosby's 2004 SA case? Everyone selectively forgot.
Well, Bill Cosby was like drugging women and raping them. I think that's a little bit, I don't know. I mean, the kid shit, the allegations of him talking to kids is really fucked up, but it doesn't sound like the same thing. It sounds like he would get together with a bunch of fans and have sex with them, but he liked really aggressive, rough sex.
About it until Hannibal Buress made people remember. Going on to say, do y'all not realize the types of outlets for coming forward there were before literally 2017? None. Media-wise, you came out on Reddit anonymously or on blogs or to friends. His did all of this. At this point, they don't owe y'all anything and have probably given up. I actually reached out and had a conversation with Helen, and she told me some pretty terrible things. I've asked her if I can share those stories with you guys, but she's not gotten back to me yet. If she does, I'll let you know here, so make sure you subscribe to notifications.
Oh, well, maybe I would have waited.
Turned on. These types of series pop up every time that Jared Leto is trending in media, most recently when he took a picture with Olivia Rodrigo at the Grammys. Just on 4/4/22, the headlines, Jared Leto misconduct resurfaced after photo with Olivia Rodrigo. This is the photo here.
Okay.
Users on Twitter saying, I hate this, please keep her away from him, oh my god. After reading all that, this picture is very uncomfortable. Oh no, Olivia, BFF, get behind me, I'm gonna protect you. I think it's very concerning that these types of things come up whenever Jared is trending in the news, but it kind of seems like it just gets swept under the rug. I don't know why that is, but when I was doing...
Well, it doesn't seem like none of this seems to be super substantiated. Like, I'm not saying I like the guy, but like none of it seems like substantiated, so that's probably why it gets swept under the rug.
In my research with this video, a lot of things were scrubbed from the internet, things were manually removed from the Wayback Machine. It's just kind of weird. It's almost like somebody is protecting him. But as interesting as this is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know two things. So why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses.
Okay, well, that was an interesting video.
For you. And
cool beans. All right. All right. Oh.
Psych Zero Nautic just subscribe.
Thank you so much for the sub, brother. Thank you for the sub, brother. Jared Little does think he's the main character, yeah, true.
The Big Bean 6,969 just resubscribed for 8 months. Pock.
Very pogger. All right, let me go to the bathroom real quick, and then we are going to watch this video. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. There is a demon. It's a semen demon. You like that? It's on demon mode. It's on demon mode. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's get into this video here. It's called I Get Hate for Putting Tattoos on My 1-Year-Old, My Extraordinary Family. Wow. Incredible. Okay.
Maternity shoot with my brothers I did a maternity shoot with my brothers at a tattoo shop.
Okay.
All the comments were negative. People were saying my baby is gonna be born with a whole bunch of tattoos. I was laughing.
Really? I don't think that's how it works.
But I said I'm gonna get back at her. Training first tattoo, photo shoot at 6 months. My family was very upset. I get a lot of back.
Are they real tattoos? Probably. I doubt that these are real tattoos. There's no way. Because that baby would... There's no way.
People say I'm raising him as a gangster, a thug.
Nice.
They're not used to seeing a baby with tattoos. And for the people that judge me, I don't care because this is a lifestyle that we enjoy.
Okay.
Dance machine. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Hey.
What you want to wear? This is Traylon, but most people know him as Nugget World 561.
Nugget World?
He's a celebrity on TikTok. He made it to 1.5 million followers, and so we appreciate it.
Whoa.
Hey, my name
Did he get banned? It sounds like he got banned for some reason.
Shamika and my son Traylon. He loves temporary tattoos, and I enjoy putting them on him. Traylon is 1 year old. Traylon have tons of clothes.
Bro, I think the worst thing, Baby Shark. I fucking hate that song. My mother sings that song sometimes. So annoying because she used to be like for a little while she was a school bus driver. She was like an attendant on like fucking minibuses for kids, and she would sing the song fucking every day. It made me so angry.
And shoes. He have over probably like 150 sneakers. He's a sneakerhead.
I mean, it sounds like he's not. It sounds like you are. That sounds like you love sneakers. And you decided to buy them for your kids. Because there's no way you're fucking like 1 year old. How old is this kid? Oh, he's one. This fucking 1 year old doesn't know what sneakers are.
Oh, you fresh. You look good, man. Ooh.
Where the fuck do you guys get all this money?
I put on the jewelry to accessorize the outfit. I think that's perfect for today's outfit. I think Traylon loves dressing up because when he sees himself dressed, he get in the mirror, he be feeling himself, he be bopping, he be dancing. So I really think he enjoys it.
That's good.
When I was 8 months, I did a maternity shoot with my brothers at a tattoo shop, and I got bullied.
He got Louis Vuitton diapers. Does he really? Did I miss that?
On social media, all the comments were negative. People were saying, "Oh, my baby is gonna be born with a whole bunch of tattoos. He gonna have skin poison." It was crazy. Like I was laughing.
Is that real? Are there dangers to having tattoos when like Are there actually dangers for this? The main concern with getting a tattoo during pregnancy is the risk of contracting an infection such as hepatitis B and HIV. Okay, so that's like if it's dirty. Although the risk is small, it's recommended that you wait until the baby's born. Oh, so there's not really any like real danger, it sounds like. It sounds like more the bigger issue is like, oh, you might get like a regular infection, which could be a problem, or like if it's a dirty needle or something. So it doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
But I see I'm gonna get back at him. Traylon's first tattoo was when he was 6 months. And just the detail of it, it was just so amazing. Hey, sis. Hey, y'all.
I mean, yeah, it's advised against, but it's not that big of a deal.
Nugget! I think boo-boo. My celebrity nephew. I think that's right.
I'm going to get Traylon a new tattoo.
I think the bigger issue is that this kid's is fucking famous already at 1 year old. That's a bigger issue.
So I want to do a photo shoot after.
You know the negative comments that are going to come behind this, right?
When I first started tattooing Traylon, my family hated it because they don't like that I have tattoos. But now that they seen it could be something positive, they love it because when we out, he get a lot of attention and kids really love the tattoos.
Nice.
When Shamika came up with the idea, I wasn't down with it. I was totally against it. I did not want her to do that with him. But since I seen where it could take her and Traylon, I didn't have no issue with it because it turned out to be a positive thing.
Why? Because it made money. Because it made money. That's the only thing it is. I didn't like it originally, but since it made them a lot of money, I'm okay with it now. What was your main concern? His safety? Probably not. Why would money influence that?
Ready to go?
Was she a broke bitch, and that's why you didn't think that she should do that?
You ready to go? Alicia help out with Nugget when I'm at work.
And she can't control him. He's so spoiled. Oh, don't be giving my sugars away. The very first time Shamika told me about the tattoos, my first reaction was, they're gonna call DTF on you.
The backlash was horrible. It hurt my feelings because I know I'm not a bad mom. And I got called all type of names. Like, it was just crazy.
He gonna be a gangster.
He gonna be a gangster. He gonna get shot down in the street.
Damn,
like,
that's rough, dude.
We're raising him up for prison.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just bad all around. But we didn't regret it. I'm proud of Shamika of the life that she's making for Traylon because she's trying to pass on a legacy. She don't want her childhood to be his childhood. She wants better for her son. So yes, I'm very proud of her.
Go to the tattoo shop?
Okay.
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
If they're temporary, why would it matter? I don't think it really matters that much at all. But it seems like she's a bit bizarre, the mother, but who really fucking cares?
Nugget, this is what I came up with.
Look what I got for you. Ooh, big boy.
You like it? I've done Shamika tattoo. I've done her stomach, big cover up, and I've also done her legs.
Okay.
She came up with it like about a year ago, and just felt like it would be a good idea for a promo. And Nugget liked the tattoos too, so it'll be a way for him to look like.
Is his actual name Nugget? No, right? It's like, what was the kid's actual name?
He said it.
Ah,
He got his first tattoo. Basically, just place this rag against it right now, and as the rag moistens it up, it will stick on the skin.
Thank you for explaining to me how temporary tattoos work. I've never seen them before.
Oh man. Ooh.
Bro, I would not doubt that this woman would name her fucking baby Nugget. I know she said the name. I don't remember what it was. I want to say like Traylon or Traylon, but I feel like that would be racist if I get it wrong. You know what I mean? Like I just like made that's like, oh wow, Papa got you racist asshole. You know what I mean? Let's hope that's his name.
Oh man. Oh. My opinion of being a great mom is being their cheerleader, being their go-to person, being a best friend. With the temporary tattoos, there are not any risks. If you're judging someone off of 30-second videos on social media, that's your business. But what you say or think about someone don't determine what they're gonna be in the future.
Okay. Interesting. That's all I have to say. There wasn't really much there. I thought it was gonna be, it's fucking bizarre. Wait a minute, I think I left my conscience on your front doorstep. Wait a minute. I think I left my consciousness in the 6th dimension. Okay, very cool. Not her again, Papa. Why? What do you mean not her again? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Listen. Well, you guys don't like Brittany Simon? I like her. She's alright. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait a minute. You guys like my singing? Gotta say entertaining for the cloud. Crowd? What word was I trying to use? I don't even know what I was trying to say. Gotta stay entertaining for my friends here. For my friendy poos. I hate it when Papa singing sounds decent. Yeah, well, I'm just a fucking alpha male. Starting my that's my next album. Ugh. That's my next career path. I'm giving up streaming to be a singer. Hold on, wait a minute. Like that. You would listen to an album with me and Clay? That wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. Maybe Clay might hold me back a little too much. He might hold me back a little much, Hold on, wait a minute. You like that? Do. All right. This is, what's annoying about this game, bro? Every single time I load into it, I have to go into the settings, and I have to turn off windowed mode and then turn it back on because it keeps my computer border on there. How fucking annoying is that? All right, there we go. Gotta keep it on windowed mode. All right, Star Wars Episode 10: The Rise of Cringy Singer. Fuck you, dude. You're a meanie. You're a mean person. You don't like me at all. You're a fucking fake fan. Fucking fake fan. All right. I know it probably looks weird on the stream right now, huh? But you see what I'm doing. All right. I'm kind of curious. Oh, can we just... There we go. All right. I'm kind of curious about this. I was on Twitter today, and Nicholas Diorio popped up into my feed. Why did he pop up into my feed? Because I guess he didn't like this critique on MrGirl. I think I've seen a couple of things before. I think I see Nick post a thing where MrGirl was doing a conversation panel and somebody instantly left because he came in there. By the way, I can see why. He's quite a provocative figure, okay? And in their conversation, he was being kind of rude to her. So maybe she's a bad taste in her mouth. Anyway, this is what we saw. Okay? Okay, let me get rid of that for a second. This is what the clip is, then we're going to watch her full video.
Probably the best thing that you could do.
Also, keep in mind that I don't know Max's background, but he is not working class as far as I know.
Okay.
He comes from, his dad's a psychiatrist, I think, and his grandfather was one, or a psychiatrist. I don't remember.
Right.
And then he went to college for psychology as well. So, and they're a Jewish, like, I don't know if there's like affluency here, but like they have like this cultural background. It makes sense. I don't know how he grew up. I don't know who
Why does the Jewish matter?
pays his bills. I don't know how he makes money. He has one client still as a fitness instructor. I heard recently. I don't.
Okay, and Nick said, out of all the MrGirl critiques I've seen, this is by far the worst. Okay, interesting. So I'm curious. So we're gonna watch it. It's an interesting thing. So yeah, this is from Brittany Simon. It's called Brittany Simon believes MrGirl has no values. I'm going to assume it's clickbait. I'm not sure if they are or aren't friendly. At the end of the conversation, they seemed friendly. Maybe she has a second thought. I don't really know, but. Your favorite Jewish person is me? Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. That's really nice. I'm ethnically a bit Jewish from my father's side, so I take no offense to anything because, you know, I'm a passing normal person. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I'm not. I'm ethnically Jewish, I believe, but I'm not spiritually.
I kind of have this theory that maybe the world would be better if we didn't have, like, we couldn't help people unless they asked for it.
Oh, that'd be good.
Like, I almost think the world would be better if we couldn't help people unless they explicitly asked for it. Because sometimes I think, like Max going after Dr. K, which is so obviously personally motivated. He says it in his talk with Not So Erudite.
I don't know anything about Dr. K. I keep seeing that he doesn't like Dr. K for whatever reason. I don't really know the specifics, but okay.
He literally says, this is about me. This is something I love that I think Dr. K is ruining, and I have the right to report him to the board. And I think that is so fucking narcissistic, but fine. If you think your values are objective, I can understand why he's doing that. But he claims he doesn't necessarily. But that's the thing, right? Most people think that way. Most people are like Max, where they think, I have the answer, and I think I'm different, and I think I'm special, and I think I'm going to get on the internet and be super weird, but your takes are all the same as everyone else's. His takes are the same as my mother's. His takes are the same as every fucking conservative I've ever met.
Holy shit. It sounds like Brittany's a little... It sounds like she's got a little personal vendetta against Max. I guess I see what she's saying, because I've seen some of his takes. You know what's interesting about is my internet off? What's happening? You know what's interesting about MrGirl is he obviously everybody has opinions. You know, everybody has like particular opinions on things, and I get it. But the way it's weird, I've seen him. When he talks, if you don't agree with what he's saying, he basically just says that you're lying. Like, he doesn't really, I don't know, he doesn't really formulate he's just kind of like asserts that he's right and you're wrong and fuck you. It's like a little bizarre. Bro, this game is so annoying sometimes. Like, it's just... Anyway, it's really bizarre. And I watched this like the conversation with like trans people, and he's like, it's just weird. So, but he was kind of rude to her, so I guess that's why she's like really doesn't like him very much. So it's kind of interesting. But okay.
It's a single liberal who thinks they're like in tune with their body. So it's just basic shit, bro. Like, I don't understand why you think you're special, but I can understand how in your own brain you're special. Sure.
You gotta be your own biggest fan.
Your actions are the fucking same basic shit we're all doing, assuming we're right and pushing it on others. So basic.
I don't assume anything. I am right.
Jesse says, did MrGirl piss you off? You seem heated during that talk. No. Oh, he pissed me off as an intellectual. I resent the idea that he's walking, like, I resent the idea that he thinks he's not walking trauma, and I resent the idea that he mischaracterized me in two specific ways that I really hated. But we'll talk about it. He's fine. We talked in DMs. It's all good. It's all kosher. He knows it's cool. We're good. Like, I'm not mad at him for realsies because we're going to talk it out online, so we're good. As long as he's willing to let me actually, like, handle beef with him, and he's willing to, like, at least hear me out, then I'm happy. It's like, it's a Max video, so just, like, fucking get ready. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can switch how the...
It sounds like she is definitely not happy with him.
Okay, get ready. Grab your fucking... Just, like, grab whatever, like, thing you need for support, anxiety thing, or whatever. Because, like, no offense to Max. He's done a lot of shitty things to people, and I'm just like, oh, God. It's fine. I deal with shitty people all the time, or people who do shitty things. I'm not, like, I'm not, like, crucifying Max as a person. I'm just saying it's a lot to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to fucking hear.
Okay. So what is this video about?
Grab your bong, take a hit. This is MrGirl. I haven't seen this video, but I want to watch it. I'm sorry. It's called How I Learned to Stop Hitting Women. Story time.
Wow, that's incredible. Oh, I never learned that though. But, dude, I wonder what the type of the take is, because some people are like, oh, I really appreciate MrGirl's honesty, but like, here's the thing: is that from what I've seen, and maybe I'm uneducated, when he talks about this shitty past, he doesn't seem to talk about it in a way where he's super remorseful. Like, it's more of like, yeah, this is a thing that happened. It's not like most people would be ashamed if they would hit people. They'd be like, yeah, I feel like a shitty person for that. It doesn't necessarily seem like the energy. I guess we'll watch the video. We'll see if we know. But okay.
How I learned to stop hitting women. Jessica says, I enjoy it. I'm refreshed by your thought process, the way you carry yourself, how reliably honest you are about how you feel, how self-aware you are, and your thoughts and blunt.
Oh, what is this?
I love it. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you so much. I try to be, obviously I'm a private person, but I also try to be honest with my thoughts. If on my channel, it's easier to be honest because, well, it's like my audience and I'm like, oh, I feel good and I'm in a little bubble and it feels safe. So it makes me feel really good. And then I hope I can do that with other content creators, as long as we both make the space for each other to be honest, which is a problem. I don't think MrGirl allowed me an opportunity to be honest with him because I didn't know I was going into a game. I thought I was going into an honest conversation. No problem. We'll fix that next time. It's not a big deal.
What game was that?
But like even my conversation.
I watched the conversation. Why did they think it was why did she say it's a game? Did he say that he felt like it was a game, or am I missing? I watched their convo. It was bizarre. Fuck. I don't know what she's referring to.
Lauren yesterday. It was so great. But obviously, we were both like on edge because we don't know each other. I think it's normal when you meet someone for the first time or 100 times to not have earned the right into your most honest feelings,
And that's how I know that I'm cured. Because if I were capable of hitting Shaylin, I would have done it by now. Because I have wanted to hit Shaylin so incredibly badly and so incredibly hard.
Who's he
and
hit?
The fact that I haven't is proof that I'm a changed man.
Wow, incredible.
Now, if you have a...
What? Oh, okay. I don't think you should be in relationships. Okay, Dr. John Maloney, who's a therapist, says this.
You could have stopped there,
he
probably.
Says, yes, at one point in your 30-year marriage, you might want to kill each other, but not really, but you will have the emotions of wanting to.
Well, I don't, I mean, like, listen, I don't know. I've never, like, been like, oh, I want to hit this person. What I do know is that there's, like, sometimes, apparently, this is for, like, apparently when some mothers, like, have their babies, they come out of their gynies. I don't know why I'm so mature today. They have, like, the unironic feeling of wanting to kill their kid. But, like, they don't do it. It's, like, part, I guess, like, post... What is it called? Postpartum depression, potentially. Because it's so, like, infuriating, and there's so many hormones and shit like that. So maybe that's what he's talking about. But obviously there doesn't seem to be. I don't know. But okay.
I think in young
What's up,
relationships...
baby? You have a bad day? I'm
really
sorry.
Toxic.
Well,
I think if you're fighting every night and you want to, like, hit your partner, you are toxic and probably something with trauma. But I can understand in a 30, 40-year relationship why you might get so mad at your partner at some point. But, like, to think about it, I don't like this. I don't like the way it's set up. I don't even like the idea that it's in your mind.
Well, it's just weird that he thinks about it so specifically. I don't think I've ever thought of, like, hitting somebody that I'm with. I've gotten really angry and, like, thinking about hitting things, And I've hit things before, like walls and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I am a white kid named Kyle, So in my past, like, I think that we've all gotten, like, angry, but I don't think I've never thought about, like, oh, I really want to beat the shit out of this person I'm dating. That sounds like he has, like, a fucking problem. How do I open this gold fucking piss bucket? Whatever.
But I will accept that people can have the thought, but I will not accept that it's good or healthy. I will accept it's common. I will not accept that it's good or healthy.
How common is this? Really that common?
Jewel says, he's just crazy, Britt. I don't know why you invest anything in him. Oh, because I love trauma people. I love watching people who think they're not moving with trauma make videos like this. I love hearing a man talk about how he beat his ex-girlfriends and then goes after me for running a cult. Girl, this is what I'm saying.
Is that, like, a real thing? Did he, like, admit that he used to beat his ex-girlfriends? That's fucking horrific. What the fuck?
Intellectually spar with me. Get ready, bitch. I'm looking for a competition.
My wife has said, I've definitely said to you, I want to hit you right now, but I don't because I love you. Yeah, but you're a girl. If you hit me, I could drop kick you into the moon. You know what I'm saying? I fuck you up, bitch. That's fine. I understand that. Oh fuck. I'm waiting for the day. Hit me once. I'll roundhouse your ass. I'll give you the fucking Hulk Hogan leg drop, motherfucker. I'm just kidding. I love you, baby.
For a grown man who can handle it. Let's go, bitch. But, like, yeah, like, if he doesn't want to come at me and he wants to, like, rephrase how he sees me, not for my sake, but for my audience's sake, because of the amount of comments, like, they're dealing with, that's fine. I'm not expecting him to do it. He doesn't have to. But I will not allow my audience or my space to be harassed by somebody who beats their girlfriends.
Similar problem or even an analogous problem.
What is happening? Is there, like, an audience issue? Is, like, her audience getting attacked by his? It's interesting because I did a review on like some MrGirl iceberg deep dive exposed video or whatever. I watched it, and MrGirl DM'd me, and because I retweeted the guy saying like, "Oh, thank you for watching, Papa Gut," and MrGirl DM'd me. He was like, "Oh, like, like be careful, how the fuck did I just die?" Okay, whatever. Is it the water? Oh, it's piss water. And he's like, "Oh, be careful because my fans can be toxic, and like I don't want that guy to get any like heat or something." I was like, "Okay, that's interesting. Is there an actual issue of like his fans going after people?" That's interesting.
I'm hoping this video can help me. Well, I'm hoping it'll help both of us. Anyway, I've broken it down into a few steps. So step 1 is, why do you do it? So everybody...
I mean, I think the first issue is that we're talking about a very sensitive topic of like beating somebody, and like if that's what we're referencing, why are you like making jokes and laughing? It's not really funny at all.
It kind of assumes, I guess in pop culture, that men are violent towards women because they're angry. And anger could definitely be a part of it, but I think that that's a little reductive. So for me, one thing I noticed I was feeling a lot in those moments was panic. Fear of being abandoned or being ignored, or fear of being thrust into having to face a lot of things I was avoiding or feelings I didn't want to be feeling. And that fear put me in like a fight or flight thing where I felt like I had to lash out just to get out of the situation and make it stop. And one thing people don't talk about a lot is that a violent outburst like that can be a unifying event for a couple. So
Okay, so with his language, does he know he's actually speaking from trauma? Like, does Max recognize this is a trauma statement?
Flight thing where I felt like I had to lash out just to get out of the situation and make it stop. And one thing people don't talk about a lot is that a violent outburst like that can be a unifying event for a couple.
Okay.
So unless you're doing like any bodily harm to the other person or serious property damage, like one time I broke my ex's laptop, and that there definitely was not like the kind of whole...
That's what I'm saying. I've been in some toxic relationships, but I've never been with someone who broke my shit. I've never been with someone who hit me. I've never been...
I'm trying to understand how it's a unifying event to break something, and what does it mean to be like you? Okay, guy. Sorry, that was funny to me what I just said in the game. I've never heard of it being a unifying event, and like it's also bizarre to me to try to look for a silver lining in something like that. Okay, I don't know, but how is it a unifying, and like in what way? He's talking about a trauma bond. Okay, it just feels. Yeah, this is MrGirl, baby love. It just feels bizarre to say it like that.
You know, like that's not. I've gotten into toxic relationships, but like violence other than yelling is not okay. So like I will tolerate yelling to such a degree because, you know, growing up in a yelling house, I'm okay with it. Not like a yelling, like, but just like Middle Eastern people were loud. So I'm fine with yelling, but like...
Well, it's one of those things where I haven't seen the context of how he says it, but if it's one thing to say like, oh, you know, people don't talk about trauma bonds and like it's really toxic and unhealthy and you shouldn't be hitting something or breaking or hitting someone and breaking things, but there can be like a trauma bond aspect there. But I imagine the trauma bond, like bonding over breaking something, I can't imagine... Or hitting somebody, I cannot imagine that it's a good experience. I mean, it sounds like almost like a coping experience, a coping mechanism for I guess the victim. That's like saying like, yeah, Stockholm syndrome. It's pretty poggers. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? Okay,
sir.
Holding each other and crying and making up thing after that, but a lot of times there is. And
by the way, if this
so my wife says, I don't think he's speaking from trauma. I think he knows what to say to make people feel bad for him and make things seem normal. Interesting. Okay. Why do you feel that way?
His true feelings, I'm okay with him being honest. Because in order to understand why people hit people, I want to hear people's stories. So I'm not criticizing Max for being honest. I'm holding him accountable for how he criticizes other people. So from my perspective, I have no problem with Max being honest about his feelings from his perspective, but I'm going to hold him accountable for how he specifically goes after women like Lauren, me, and Not So Erudite. I will not tolerate it. The way he sucks Destiny's dick because he's a man, I think, and he refuses to respect his girlfriend and who she is as a person. He refuses to respect Lauren, me, or Not So Erudite. So
I don't know the specifics, but I'm here for the energy, Brittany. I'm just going to be absolutely honest with you. I can't wait for the anti-Semitism part, though, because that's my favorite part of the video. But no, but I'm here for the energy.
I'm going to be a very tough little girl right now, and I'm going to say no tolerating MrGirl's hypocrisy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You get to sort of join forces against the you that just snapped. And you're like, whoa, that was crazy. Wow, I really went insane there.
Sorry, to specify, Jacob says, as somebody who has yelled, I don't know if yelling is okay. No. In a healthy relationship, we should not be yelling at the top of our lungs at our partners. That is a not healthy way to do it, right? But
true.
I will understand if someone raises their voice or they're in a trauma moment or they're triggered and so they yell. I will understand all of those things. I'll be very compassionate. I will.
Well, why does somebody have to be in a trauma moment or triggered? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to be in like a trauma moment? Like, you know, sometimes like people yell at each other. I mean, yelling is like a spectrum, right? So sometimes yelling is like raising your voice. Sometimes yelling is like screaming. What's happening here? But I guess I get what she's saying.
Totally get it. But I don't think in a healthy...
He favors Destiny because he launched his career? Probably, yeah. And I think that it's actually a very opportune moment for MrGirl, too, because... Oh, what the fuck, bro? Because Destiny is like, he got banned off Twitch and he's feeling isolated and he probably doesn't have like a whole lot of friends, and so like this is like probably very mutually beneficial for Destiny to like feel like somebody's actually his friend. But
I think that's the point. I'm trying to say in a healthy situation, okay? So like you can be good people and bad people in moments. I think you can be healthy and have unhealthy moments in your relationship.
Oh, I need the Ewok.
But with MrGirl, it's as if every part of his relationships are unhealthy, and that's what's interesting, right?
Wow, we're on a team against that evil part of me. I'm so glad that he's gone. And it can just be this kind of cycle of denial, and then you get to apologize, and apologizing is fun, and it's very simple. It takes a complex problem.
And listen, I've met couples who even in their past together did beat each other, did do drugs, did cheat on each other, and now they're in healthy relationships. So again, one size does not fit all. I am only criticizing Max's perspective on how he views how other people are acting, not on the idea that people can be toxic and be okay, Or that people
so far my issue is that like the honesty is like whatever. It's not that he's being honest. The way that he talks about things is in like a positive light. It's like silver lining. There's a difference between bringing up like the there's a difference between being like, hey, listen, like this is like there's like a trauma bond aspect, yada yada yada. That's fine, but he's almost like happy about it. He's like, yeah, like this is almost a good thing. That's the energy that he's getting here. He's like, yeah, I know I beat her, but like there was positives to it, and that's okay. It's like, oh, okay. That's the weird part about it.
Be in toxic relationships consensually. So once again,
Epic
I'm not
trauma
criticizing
moment.
Max's story, his truth, his version of reality. I'm questioning.
My wife says, I don't have the capacity for a discussion about this right now. One of the guys is flipping out, but perhaps we'll talk about it on Mama Papa Got later. Okay, sounds good, baby.
How he views people directly like me or other people and how he judges, okay?
Like some dynamic where you're not hearing each other or understanding each other, or some big unspoken thing you're not talking about. It makes it very, very simple. I hit you, it hurt you, I feel bad, oops. And it just makes it all very, ironically, kind of easy to deal with and then push under the rug. But one of the problems with that is, and I think this is an issue for a lot of people to kind of grasp this or be able to stomach grasping this, when in that moment,
Sorry, one last thing. So with MrGirl's work, and something Max said to me directly during our live show, is Max is upset when people don't take him seriously. So Max has made it clear everything he's saying in his videos is honest. So if it's honest, right, then I'm going to take him literally. If Max doesn't want to be taken literally, he needs to be very careful on how he communicates himself. Because he was upset that I made a video titled, Is MrGirl a Real Person? Because I was trying to figure out if he was being sarcastic or performative. But if he's saying, no, he really means these things, then I'm going to judge him literally, and not just as an artist who's doing like some meta conversation. There's no meta conversation if Max gets mad at me for criticizing the literal thing he's saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Max told me during our live show, he doesn't like that I don't believe him when he talks. So I'm gonna believe every word MrGirl says is literal and factual and true from his perspective.
When you're apologizing and you're having your makeup sex and she's crying in your arms or you're crying in her arms about what a abusive piece of shit you are and how you don't deserve her, you are sweeping your own feelings under the rug. You're throwing yourself under the bus. Because you had a reason. You had a reason to snap, and it's not a justifiable reason to snap, but it's a real reason that you snapped, and those things get tied together. And so it becomes, I was wrong for doing that, becomes we no longer have to think or talk about why I did that or understand.
So keep in mind.
Interesting. I'm trying to like translate that into a human speaking. I think what he's trying to say is that when somebody with an anger problem, which you clearly have an anger problem if you're hitting people, snaps, it doesn't mean that their anger is unjustifiable. It means that their response is disproportionate. And then once you have this fight, after, like, you'll have a valid argument against, like, what's going on, and then you fight and you hit somebody, and then you no longer have to talk about what made you upset anymore, because now the entire thing has been eclipsed by that. I think that's what he's trying to say. rather toxic, but okay.
Max has now accused or made statements, not an accusation, that both his mother and father have wanted to see him either naked or in a sexual context. His father, when he was 8, was mad that he couldn't see his penis. And then when he was a teenager, his mother kicked him out because she wanted to allegedly have sex with him. So once again, I think we're dealing with someone who has trauma, which is fine. We all have trauma, go to therapy. But like, he's kind of making statements, at least to me, that he thinks it's not trauma. And he made a video with Not So Erudite, I think it was that one, I've watched a few of Max's now, where he's basically saying things like, people just think it's my trauma, but I think I'm telling the truth. And I was like, I think you're telling the truth that's in your fucking head, which is a opinion, subjective.
And why I did that. So you're really doing yourself a disservice, and it's easy to do, and it's easy for your partner to do because you lashed out, you did something horrible, and at that moment they don't want to talk about your feelings very much, but that's probably the best thing that you could do.
Also, keep in mind that I don't know Max's background, but he is not working class as far as I know. He comes from, his dad's a psychiatrist, I think, and his grandfather was one, or psychologist, psychiatrist, psychiatrist.
I just want to know.
The best thing that you could do.
Also, keep in mind, just think it's my trauma, but I think I'm telling the truth.
I just want to know why she said that.
The truth that's in your fucking head, which is
an
opinion, subjective.
And why I did that. So you're really doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah,
and
why did she even make that point?
It's easy for your partner to do because you lashed out, you did something horrible, and at that moment they don't want to talk about your feelings very much, but that's probably the best thing that you could do.
Also, keep in mind that I don't know Max's background, but he is not working class as far as I know. He comes from, his dad's a psychiatrist, I think, and his grandfather was one, or psychologist, psychiatrist. I don't remember. And then he went to college for psychology as well. So, and they're a Jewish, like, I don't know if there's like affluency here, but like they have like this cultural background. It makes sense. I don't know how he grew up. I don't know who pays his bills. I don't know how he makes money. He has one client still as a fitness instructor, I heard recently. I don't know if that's still true. Max, correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't know how much responsibility Max has had to have throughout his life. In college, he got kicked out of college and suspended temporarily, not permanently, temporarily, because he made a comment about like Columbine and being a shooter and how he should be empathetic to shooters.
What's her point,
and then he had the pedophile thing, and YouTube took down his video and then put it back up. So Max is always toting a line, but he's also not being honest. When Max tells me, I want you to honestly judge me and believe what I say, and then I am, and then he goes, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm having issues with
I don't understand, like, okay, first of all, I don't understand why she made up the original point, even talking about his like work history. I don't know quite the relevancy, maybe to try to establish that he doesn't have real life experience. I don't really know, but I don't understand the Jewish thing. Like, what does that really have to do with it? Is that like a little bit of a anti-Semitic thing because where she's from? I'm supposed to attack him because where she's from, she doesn't like Jewish people. Is that like a subconscious thing? I don't really know.
Of reality, like I don't know how much of reality Max is actually living in, and how much of his own perception of reality he's living in.
You know, the Twitter thinking about this is like, it's like that men need to be lectured. Like, abusive men need to understand that women are people and need to respect them. And it's like, abusive people they're abusive. They're not stupid. It's not something that you can fix.
And this was another thing. Well, no. Okay, go ahead.
By explaining something to them. You have to take the uncomfortable step of empathizing with what's going on.
Doesn't working class mean you live paycheck to paycheck? Isn't that like working class is like somebody who doesn't know white collar working class?
I don't understand his point. I mean, I think the reason people say that like, oh, you have to understand women are people is probably because you wouldn't abuse a man or you wouldn't try to hit a man because you know that you get your shit fucked up. So like you're hitting women because you think they're less than men. That's most likely because you're afraid of other men. Most of the men who hit girls, from what I've seen, are just weak. And they hit women because they want to beat up on somebody that they know they can win against. But they're total fucking cowards when it comes to, like, you know, anything else. So I guess that's the point that they're trying to make. Okay.
Blue collar. Like, I don't know if this man paid for his own college, but if this man had his parents...
Oh, is she putting him into that... Is she putting him into that, like, number system that she has? And, like, that's part of the number system is working? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I don't know if I'd consider that working class.
There. And I'll never forget my ex looking at me and calmly saying to me, "Why are you punching me in the face?"
Sorry, we're gonna
What's
have to do
going on there? And I'll never forget my ex looking at me and calmly saying to me, "Why are you punching me in the face?"
Okay.
It was a good question. I'll add, for the sake of honesty and not for the sake of defending myself, that I punched her very lightly in the face, but I did punch her in the face once, and that was her response. Step 2, understand the dynamic. So in my case...
I've never been punched in the face by a man.
Like, what does it mean that you punched her lightly? It just feels like he's like heavy. Let's... What a bizarre downplay. That's so weird. Okay. I mean, I would expect somebody who abuses people or women, I guess, to be like, I didn't hit her. I didn't hit you that hard. Like, right? That's okay.
Slapped in the face by a man. I've never been punched in the face by a man. That's crazy, bro. Crazy.
Hitting women.
It happens. So let's see if we can be open to the idea that someone could hit their girlfriend and not hit their girlfriend again. If they can rape yesterday and not tomorrow.
Over the next several years from that point on, I think I didn't stop till I was like 30, was a substitute for being listened to. So I didn't feel like I was being...
No. Magoo says... No, not Magoo. Sorry. L. Jim says, be honest, did you slap him first? No. I did not slap him first. And also... like, if you slap someone, they can slap you back. Like, self-defense is okay. So if a woman hits a man, he should be able to defend himself to the same level of what she gave him. So if, like, she punched him and it barely hurt him, he can't then punch her and break her jaw. Like, equal out the defense. But yeah, if you hit a man, he should be able to defend himself.
Empathized with. And everybody plays a part in their relationship dynamics, so I'm not blaming them for that, and I don't know how much they blame me for the things I did, or I don't blame them for the times they hit.
What's the difference between BDSM and a woman desiring to be hit? Consent. Agreement. Saying I want it. Wanting it.
Hit me. Just shit happens. That's how.
What's the difference from sex and rape? Consent.
I see it. I mean, there's extreme circumstances, obviously, but it was a way for me to get them to act like they cared. Now, the problem with doing that, so basically it was like, if you don't care about my feelings, I bet you care about your fucking arm, don't you? Right? And
okay,
invariably they do care about their arm. The problem is that at that point they're just placating you. They don't really care. If they didn't care in the first place about what you wanted to talk about or wanted them to pay attention to, they definitely don't care after you hit them. So you're kind of short-circuiting, like circumventing.
So is he trying to say that the reason he stopped hitting people is because they weren't actually listening to him when he would hit them? So he would hit them because he felt like they didn't... he would hit his partners because they didn't understand him. But then he stopped hitting them because he realized that hitting them wasn't a viable reason. It wouldn't give you like an actual accurate response. So is he telling us that the only reason he stopped hitting people is because it wasn't giving him what he wanted? So like that's what I'm getting out of this. What the fuck? Okay.
Any real possibility for them to empathize with you, which is a really bad idea. It's super effective in the short term, and it seems like it works.
This is fair. Psychologically, this is fair.
And often it's rewarded with like short-term results.
True.
The problem is that your effective...
It's very interesting the way that people talk about ideas on the internet. Like, oh, true. Hold on a second. I just don't want to get DMCA'd on like this song from Star Wars because it's happened before, even though it's in a fucking video game. It's just so interesting because I don't understand how you could sit back and take like a more objective look at something like this, because it would make me irritated. You know? Like, that's the problem. And I get it's like, oh, well, you know, as like a psychologist or something, you're supposed to be more objective. I get that. But like, Jesus Christ, like, how do we like my thing is that when it comes, like, first of all, I don't think that there's like enough remorse in his voice. I don't think he really cares that he used to do those things. That's the energy I'm getting here. I think that it's just more of a thing that happened, and it's like an interesting part of his life journey. Like, in his mind, him hitting a girl is just part of his development as a person, rather than something that's like heinous that he did as like in the past. You know what I mean? Which is like a fucked up way to look at things. But then even the way we're talking about it, it just, I don't know, dude. It just makes me very uncomfortable. Like, why? A lot of people who like MrGirl, like, okay, you do you. And they're like, oh, he's honest. And I get that. It's like, but he seems like an abusive piece of shit that only stopped abusing people because he wasn't getting what he wanted. There doesn't even seem to be like any, like, that genuinity there. So, like, it's not like it doesn't seem like he made a mistake and he's like, I gotta change. It's more like, I wasn't getting what I wanted, so I decided to change.
Destroying any chance of you being taken care of at the exact moment that you need it the most.
Like, if you're gonna sit here and like go talk about how you were like a shitty person in the past and how you used to do bad things, I'm at like, there should be more like remorse in your voice, you know. And I'm not saying that you should be faking remorse. What I'm saying is like you should feel like shitty about it. It doesn't seem like he feels that bad about his past. That's like the problem.
What's really going on with you is not easy. It's really tempting to focus on the lead up to the outburst.
Oh, you're a psych major? Maybe so. You're telling me that people that like MrGirl are fucking like, I mean, psych majors are fucking psychopaths. So maybe that's part of it. Okay.
5 minutes before, or whatever you were like superficially talking about at the time, or whatever you're screaming about as you're punching holes in the wall or slapping your girl.
I'm sorry. You know how Max told me he doesn't believe like people can stop being angry, that there's always a low hum of anger in you, which is like, Yeah, some people are not that way though, obviously.
It sounds like he
But
has
I understand
an
what he's
anger
saying. Is Max saying, like, you know how Max is saying, like, I haven't hit Shaylin, so I'm cured? So he does believe in recovery. But in our discussion together, he was saying he doesn't believe people get better. But he thinks people should go to therapy. I'm so confused. Does Max have any real values? Like, does he have any real values?
I mean, okay. I don't know the context, but he says people don't get better. Okay, yeah, that pretty much says to. So he's still like, listen, people with anger problems, obviously, like I'm somebody that like I've had my anger issues before. And you have to learn like coping mechanisms for when you get angry to like block yourself and like just chill for a little bit, right? So that's what you need to do. Because it's okay to get angry, but it's not okay to have a disproportionate response. Which is what it kind of sounds like is happening there. But like, yeah, you get better once you manage it. You know, the area that you get better when you have anger problems is when you realize that like it's not. I know it sounds weird, but it's not okay. Like it's that feeling that like it's the understanding that your feelings are. It's like valid to feel angry, but it's not valid to like explode. And then you learn that, and you're like, wow, you know what? I'm not such like okay, yeah, I was a shitty person. I didn't like the way that I reacted, but it doesn't really sound like he's having that realization, so much. It doesn't really seem like that's a thought in his head. It's like, yeah, you know what? I shouldn't have had these disproportionate responses. It's more of like, and again, like it feels like it just felt for him. It just wasn't getting him what he wanted, or maybe people in society didn't like it. Like there doesn't seem to be genuine remorse. That's like my biggest fucking problem.
Because he's not consistent. You know what Lauren said to me yesterday? At least Brittany's consistent. Fuck yes I am, you fucking bitches. Because girl got values, bitch. Girl got values and they consistent.
Girlfriend or shoving her is probably not really what you're upset about. Because if you knew what you were really upset about, you probably would have done something about it before you snapped. So it's going to be in some area that you're not looking in. It's going to be some subtle interaction you're reacting to without realizing it. And it can be really, really, really tough to figure out. At least it was for me. So that is why you need to, step 3, get help.
Okay.
So
what kind of keep in mind Max has stated, and he can restate this if he wants, that he doesn't believe in CBT, and I don't know if he believes in DBT, but obviously I believe in these therapies because they help me. I didn't take CBT, but I took DBT, and obviously it helped me a lot. Max doesn't believe in that form of therapy. I think he only believes in psychiatry, which is what his family did. So again a bubble, right? So like he also, again, during our conversation said I didn't go to therapy, but like I told him a story about how I went to therapy. So I'm not sure if he's listening. Like I'm not sure if Max only hears his own monologue or if he actually understands people, but I don't think so. I'm going to say he doesn't actually understand people. He just sounds like someone who could. Like a grifty nihilist who's like, I understand the government sucks and I understand that we need to dismantle the system. But like they don't really understand what the fuck is going on.
I think that I agree with
How
that.
is CBT or DBT not psychiatry? Because it's considered talk therapy. So he doesn't
he doesn't seem particularly empathetic of other people, and I don't think when like I get the idea that when he's talking to people, he doesn't like actually listen. He listens to respond and not to actually absorb like people that's like information or the way people think, you know? So like yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think that's reasonable.
And talk therapy, but like talk therapy saves so many lives a year. I like how a man who accused me of not caring about suicidal people doesn't understand the DBT literally helped me stop being suicidal. So like, okay, I got it.
I don't know what DBT
people tell me to get help all the time. All right, if you look at the comments, well, you can't because my channel is deleted. But if you look at the comments on this video, if there are any comments or tweets or whatever.
Kuro says, do you really think he doesn't have any values? Or are you just saying that? Yeah, I'm saying that as a statement. I, Brittany Simon, do not believe that Max Carson has any value system. I think he believes he does. I don't think he does because he's never consistent. And all of
why do you believe he? Why do you think that he does? Why do you think that he thinks that he does? It doesn't really sound that much to me. I don't know. I could be wrong. I guess I'd have to suss the guy out a little more. But it just kind of feels like he knows what he should and shouldn't do and what he should and shouldn't say. Should and shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like it's more of like, oh, I know people don't like it when I do this, so I'm not going to do that. It's just for the sake of not getting in trouble more than anything else, while pushing the boundaries to see how much he can get away with. That seems to be more like Max. I don't think he's particularly like genuine. Well,
the interviews with other people, all the things I've seen, there is no consistency except Max wants something, and if Max doesn't get anything, Max throws a tantrum. Here? And I am bored by it. So Max, if you are as smart and introspective as you are, fucking let's go, bro. In a fun gay way. Like let's gay go. You know, like don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
You can imagine people would tell me to get help all the time. As if it's just like you just flip a switch and then you're helped. Really doesn't work that way. So when I first came out as an abusive piece of shit woman batterer to my family, I told my father, listen, he's a psychologist. Understands family dynamics.
Okay.
So I said, hey, every time we come visit you, we end up getting into some physical altercation at your house after you go to sleep. and we go back to our room.
Oh, okay. So DBT is dialectic behavioral therapy. CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy. Okay, so are they trying to say like talk therapy is DBT? Okay, interesting. I'll have to look more into that stuff.
Fist fighting for like an hour every time we come visit you, and I think partly that's
like, listen, I don't know if Max does or doesn't have a trauma, but it's very bizarre that like your way, like, is that your way of trying to talk about what the shit is? Like, yeah, you know, you make me so angry I hit my girlfriend. Like, what? Like, I get it. Like, parents have impacts on their kids, and like maybe, you know, something happening through his developmental cycle was his parents' fault. But like, that's not getting help. That's shifting the blame onto somebody else for your shitty fucking behavior.
It's happening because you're so demeaning to me, and you mock me, and you treat me like a physical alter.
He does this thing where he uses the you thing a lot, so I never know who he's talking to. He did that to Not So Erudite. He'd say you, and she's like, we're not talking about me, right? So I need to rewind that and listen to it.
At your house. After you go an abusive piece of shit woman batterer to all the time, as if it's just like you just flip a switch and then you're helped. It really doesn't work that way. So when I first came out as an abusive piece of shit woman,
sorry, Asper says sorry. Do you think that Max is really stuck in the I'm a bad person hole? Like, he reminds me of the people who really truly believe that everyone is as evil as him. Maybe like I have this like fear that maybe I'm the monster in the anime, but I actually think I have that fear because I know I'm not. I think if you're the monster in the anime, I don't think you ever question if you are one. But I think that's the irony of humans, is like, we don't seek power. Like, good people don't become president, or good people don't seek power because power, you know what I mean? Like, absolute power corrupts. And like, it's one of those things where the irony is like, we want good representation.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, I think that good people still seek out power. I just think that good people turn bad once they get power. A lot of the times, it's hard to maintain yourself when you have like, when you have like a lot of available options. It's hard to maintain like you and your values. A lot of times, your values come from like the, your experiences, like your stressful experiences and interactions. Oh, that's gonna blow up. Okay. Your stressful experiences and interactions, and then once you get removed from that environment, it becomes a very different story, you know, and it becomes like, it's just different. Like, it's as simple as, I think, like, I remember I used to work for like the bus company, whatever, and I loved those guys. You know, they were like a family to me, and like they were really cool. I liked hanging out with them and stuff. You know, you bonded through having shitty work experiences. And I was like, guys, I'm gonna visit you guys every once in a while. I have like barely visited them. So like even then, it's like, yeah, man, we're fucking bonded through this shitty job, and I'm gonna visit you guys. I like you guys, but then like I haven't fucking bothered to stop by, and I should stop by. But it's like that. Like that's pretty much how it works. It's like once you're out of that field, you tend to like change a little bit. So you know.
In government, but none of the good people.
I'm not bad at Legos. I'm fucking good at this game. Shut the fuck up.
And you lie and you batter and you kill, and it's just awful. And then the irony is like, to say you're the monster is in like Max is saying he's not though. Max is like saying he's better. He's saying he's it's like a technique in like manipulation. I'm sorry, it is. You cannot go on the internet and say the things he does as if he's like, see, I am the bad person, but then justifies all of his actions and then recreates them with Shaylin. Like, he might not hit Shaylin, but he's still verbally abusing her. And she can consent to that. I have no problem with grown women consenting to toxic relationships. That's your business, bitch. That ain't my life.
Well, there's a difference between consenting to a toxic relationship versus consenting to be abused. You know what I mean? Like, that's like two different things. You know what I mean? I don't think that toxic relationships are necessarily abusive. I think that word's like a little intense. Like, hey, toxic relationship, you know what I mean? Where you guys maybe you fight a lot or you yell, but yelling and fighting doesn't have to get to like a fucking abusive level. It's just toxic because you shouldn't be fighting and like that you shouldn't be that unhappy as often as you are. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't call that an abusive situation.
But I don't like the idea that Max, who is in a currently toxic relationship with a girlfriend who's consistently at odds with him, has the audacity to criticize Dr. K for asking Melina, do you want to be in an open relationship? Because he thinks Max is not consistent. Max.
Wait, what did Dr. K say? Explain this to me, Brittany. I got to talk to Brittany again just so I know what the fuck she's talking about.
Full criticism that he himself should be getting. So Max, I will give it to you now. I will give it to you now, bitch. You're a hypocrite and it's boring. Don't be so basic unless it's going to be in a simple, minimalistic, good way. Because like this way of being basic is so boring and is self-destructive and you're self-fulfilling. Like, why are you self-destructive? You're the most self-destructive man who's good at like YouTube videos that I've ever seen. So talented with the way he does film. So talented in the way he tells a story. But his stories don't have a fucking, what? There's no conclusion of like what to do next. There's just a, hey, I hit my girlfriend. So that was hard. And I'm like, okay, so we're not going to hit women anymore? Or apparently not, because even though he said he was cured from hitting women, he doesn't even believe in cures. But then he tells everyone to go to therapy. Make a fucking decision, Max.
Batterer to my family.
Sounds like Brittany's the one trauma dumping here.
My father, listen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Max says, everyone go to therapy unless I don't believe in the type of therapy you do.
He's a psychologist. Understands family dynamics. So I said, hey, every time we come visit you,
we end up getting
into some physical altercation at your house after you go to sleep.
Okay.
When we go back to our room, we're basically fist fighting for like an hour every time we come visit you. And I think partly that's happening because you're so demeaning to me and you mock me and you treat me like a fucking
So him and his girlfriend get into fights because his dad was mean to him?
loser in front of her. And she doesn't want to see me that way.
Well, yeah, it sounds like there's like an emasculation issue going on here.
So his dad verbally abuses him in front of his girlfriends?
And I don't want her.
I mean, that's possible. Or he says like snide, passive-aggressive, emasculating comments. It doesn't. I don't think it's necessarily abuse. Why'd they just zoom into her boobs? What the fuck?
Her to see me that way.
I mean, he might be abusive, or he might have been abusive when he was younger, or something like his dad. But I'm just saying here, it just feels like it's my dad's fault that we're fighting all the time. But like maybe it's your fault for the way that you interact, or don't hang out with your dad. I don't know what to tell you. You know?
And I don't.
Is this just childhood trauma?
I don't stand up to you, and it's humiliating, and it makes me hate her because she's watching it and she's making me aware of it, and I don't want to face it.
I'm sorry.
Also
when was this
face
video
it.
made? 2021, April. This is what I'm saying. How does Max have the audacity to tell me I haven't recovered, but he's still making videos like this? Bish, sir, what?
So I need you to stop doing that. And he said, oh my gosh, oh wow, I had no idea. Oh my gosh, oh, geez.
Okay.
No change. Endless insults, endless ridicule about my job, my body, my life.
That really sucks, bro. That's super sucks.
What does he say? What is endless ridicule? I'm just curious about what that means. Because like my mother criticizes my fucking job. Well, not anymore, but like, you know, she would criticize sometimes like, what place you are in your life. And like I feel like being opinionated on what you do for a living isn't the same. It isn't necessarily abusive. Like what does he say that makes it so abusive? Like maybe he knows that you said some pedophile shit and he's like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, is that what it is? Yeah, it sounds like all parents. For all we know, it could be worse, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It just sounds like Max has had a typical he grew up in a very typical sense almost. And like that bothers him because he's an entitled kid. I don't really know. I could be totally wrong. Maybe he has like a lot of trauma. I haven't watched enough of him, but you know, I don't know.
Relationship, my everything, my outlook.
It's interesting that his reaction that he said that was his dad was like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that in like a genuine way. It seemed like he was expressing, and then I don't know. It's just like I'm getting like a lot of conflicting things going on here. Okay.
On life, the way I talk, the way I think, and then anything I said about it was like, why do we always have to talk about your feelings, Max? Why are you controlling everything? Why can't you? It's a complete fucking nightmare. So eventually I realized like this relationship is going to fall apart. I basically have to choose. So I left my family. Now the relationship fell apart later anyways, but I had to leave.
Good. Good.
I had to.
Good.
Because I could see what kind of person it was turning me into. So then we went to couples therapy. Or maybe this was concurrently. Went to couples therapy. And
how long was he with this person when he went to couples therapy? Because like were they together for very long? I feel like couples therapy is a waste if you haven't been together for very long, because it's just like, yeah, we just don't get along. There's nothing to really talk about. Couples therapy is people who've been together for a long time and like they went through a large life change, like having a baby or something, and now they've fallen out of love but they want to salvage the relationship. So why are you going to couples therapy? I wonder how long they were together.
After like 3 weeks, the therapist said, so have you guys been physically violent with each other in the past 6 months? And we both said yes. We've both been violent.
Okay.
And they said, okay, well, we're not going to be able to treat you then.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Which, of course, I was furious. And I was like, this is like a liability thing?
Yeah, what is that?
Like you're afraid that one of us is going to kill the other and then the family of the survivor is going to sue you? And they're like, oh, no. It's just that therapy is not as effective. It can actually make things worse. It's like...
Interesting.
Okay. Then, the day that she left me, in probably the worst psychological crisis of my life, I called a bunch of therapists.
And by the way, this happens. Like, my first therapist was so dramatic about me. See, Max, though, if Max was in charge of me when I was sick, I would have killed myself. Because Max, when he talks about people who are suicidal, Max said to not to wear a diet during his...
okay, sorry. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, like if you're physically fighting with somebody, the type of therapy that they offer may not be the best type. I don't really know the specifics, but I wouldn't doubt it if it was if it made fighting worse or it made things worse and then they like went home. Because I imagine you go to therapy, like couples counseling, and then you go home and you talk about things that you talked about. And if you're already fighting, you know, deep diving into the specifics of your life would probably just cause more arguments, more fighting, and then like more abuse, and they just don't want to be part of that. So
is conversation about Repzilla that suicidal borderline people do not deserve agency. Fuck off, Max.
Okay.
It's so condescending. If people had called the cops on me instead of letting me figure out my own shit, I would have definitely killed myself. That's what I'm trying to say. We're going to kill ourselves probably regardless. But you know what? At the end of the day,
I will through bad food.
People trying to help makes it worse. Don't try to help people. Let people help themselves. Let them decide how they need help. And people can intervene. You can do, what's that called? When you have an intervention, you can do an intervention. You can do a lot of things without fucking 5115 people. You can do a lot of things without imprisoning people. You can help in so many ways without controlling people. You don't have to go to that conclusion of people don't get. He literally said Repzilla had no say in his life. Well, then you
Repzilla, the World of Warcraft streamer who killed himself. What the fuck? Why is he speculating on that?
have no say in your life, Max. You're fucking insane, bro. That's what I'm saying. Stop trying to take away people's agency when you obviously have trauma from people trying to take away your agency.
And one of them on the phone was like, was there any domestic abuse in the relationship? And I said, well, you know, I don't know if it was abuse, but we definitely shoved each other at times. And she was like,
I think so.
I'm not going to be able to help you.
Yeah, 25%.
So yeah, there's a Los Angeles therapist out there that specializes in anything except domestic violence.
But that's not true. I worked with therapists who worked with people who did domestic violence. What state are you in? I don't even understand the statement. I've never I don't understand the statement at all. Like, my therapist helped me with everything. Like, all my friends who just like, isn't therapy like a big part of domestic violence? I don't know. I've never had like actual domestic violence, so I don't know. But I'm just curious on like this idea. This is so strange. Like shoving. He didn't even specifically. He said shoving, right? Did he even mention punching his girlfriend, or did he say shoving? Because if he said like shoving or yelling, like I don't know what that's weird. Unless the therapist doesn't want to feel like liable. That makes sense.
Okay. My point is, it's not easy to get help. And not only just because people don't want to help you.
Well, I mean that's true too.
As I said, it's a complicated problem because if you're at the point where you're being violent with the person who you supposedly love the most, it probably means that your whole life is fucked up. Shit that you think is unrelated, like your job, your family, your relationship with yourself, just the way you're thinking and interacting with like almost everything. It's all so fucked up that it's come to a head and now you're snapping. And you got
True. Max is so right on this point. Sometimes it's too late to help people, or sometimes it feels too late, but I'm sure there's a too late point, but I don't think it's just because like people are being violent towards each other. Like I said, I've worked with couples, I've known couples who were so violent in the beginning stages of their relationships and really managed to make something out of their lives that were beautiful. So I will say, like, Max is right that it can be very difficult, but he's also like assuming that the only experiences he's had in his bubbles are everyone's experience, and I'm saying it's not.
You gotta fix all that shit, and it's pretty daunting. However, if I did it, so can you.
Wait, Drew Malma said I heard it wrong. He doesn't mean his dad is insulting him. He perceives his dad is demeaning him. Well, is that accurate, or is Max making the accusation that his dad...
Well, that makes sense. That's my thing. It's like, is he actually have a trauma, or is this kid just grow fucking entitled? And like, he feels like he should get the way he wants everything, and like he champions his feelings. Like he cares. Like, I know that sounds weird, but like, I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't know shit. I could be wrong. He could have a trauma. I'm just saying. But I don't, dude, like, does he? Or does he have like this fucking dog shit interpretation of the world? But dude, what is happening here?
Belittled him, or is Max making the argument that he perceived his father's actions as belittlement? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Step 4. Fuck your guilt. I know you feel...
Guilt, according to my therapist, is a betrayal of your own values. Shame is a betrayal of your community's values. I like those terms. I don't know how Max uses the word guilt.
Guilty. I know you want me to feel guilty. I don't think guilt is that useful, obviously.
I mean, I disagree.
Largely, I think it's an illusion of control. I just don't think you have as much control over yourself as most people seem to.
Why?
I don't think you have control over yourself, Max. Do not project your insecurities onto us. Some of us are thriving and living, my friend.
I think they do.
Can I fight the guy like this?
Least of all,
society functions so well, like in general. Like, go to a church every Sunday, no one's freaking out on anyone. Go into the average American home, everyone's doing kind of fine. Everyone's figuring it out, except you.
Snapping. And I think that it takes two to tango. It's not like most people are punching their partner in the face on the first date. It's usually part of a complex dynamic that both people are feeding into. Psychologically, it's too complicated to...
Come on, dude. Like I understand. Oh, come on. That I mean that just sounded like the other person he's with is like part of the problem. Like I'm hitting somebody, but like they're part of the dynamic. Like I do understand that being in a toxic relationship can bring out the worst in people, but like Jesus Christ, it just sounds like at every dude, what the fuck is happening with this stupid spider bitch? At every opportunity, he seems to kind of deflect the criticism of himself onto other people. Like he blames other people for like almost everything. He doesn't take any personal responsibility for anything. And then he says, we don't really have any control. It's like, no, I mean, a lot of people have control over themselves. It seems like you say that you don't have control over yourself as a way to like not have to identify with your fucking problems in the correct way.
To blame on just one person or assign the fault to just one person. Morally, I guess
Trap Leader says, I think you're mischaracterizing what he's saying. Good, then Max can come talk to me and prove me wrong.
that's up to you. I think that's complicated too. And then legally, it's your fault. Obviously. So you're risking your freedom by being violent, and you have to change. You have to stop, because it's really not good for anybody. I'm going to tell you something that my 80-year-old training client told me at the time.
Hold on a second.
When I was 80. So you're risking your freedom by being violent, and you have to change. You have to stop, because it's not...
It's just like that too, man. It's just like, okay, you're risking your own freedom. It sounds like the only reason that he stopped being violent was because it's like a personal choice. Like it was good for him, so he decided to stop. Like none of this sounds like he gives a fuck about any of the people he used to hit.
It's really not good for anybody. I'm going to tell you something that my 80-year-old training client told me at the time when I was getting divorced.
Okay.
Without me mentioning any of this.
I guess he was
She
married.
said,
Okay, that makes
Max,
sense.
TMM's here. Hi, TMM. Mwah. How are you? Sending cops on wellness checks has led to a lot of unnecessary deaths, ironically. I'm just saying.
if you ever got really mad at her, and you ever...
Ooh, I like this. Can Liquid says, offer the option of help without making someone feel cornered. My first therapist tried to do that to me. She tried to corner me, and I was like, you're fired, bitch. And then I went to my second therapist, and she saved my life.
You ever shook...
See how I had agency? That's what I'm saying. Even in borderline, I looked at my first therapist. I was like, bitch, you're trying to get me addicted to drugs. And then I went to my second therapist, and she diagnosed me and helped me in under 20 sessions. In under 20 fucking sessions of therapy, I transformed my life because my therapist was so fucking top-notch. And because I was open and ready to change. And that's what I'm saying. Unless you are open and willing to change and you have a good therapist, it's not going to work that way. Therapy only works if it works for you. For me, my therapy helped me so much. Literally changed how I saw my life. I only had therapy like once a month or twice a month max. And so, you know, it was like I had time to reflect. I had a wellness check nurse who would call me once a week to make sure I didn't kill myself. They never made me feel like I was a burden. My first therapist, she tried to get me drugged. She tried to get me committed. She was just like, I think you're really unwell. And I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm unwell. I'm paying you $150 to tell you I'm unwell. I know I'm unwell. Why would I be paying $150 an hour unless I was unwell to a therapist? I swear to God, therapists are people, but Max doesn't. Sometimes I feel like he's trying to be so human. He forgets humans get better. You know what part of being human, Max, is not only the darkness within us.
It would make sense if he's just trying to imitate what he thinks a person should be. How the fuck did you get up here, dude? What the fuck? Get out of here. Fuck you. Get out of here. All right, he's gone. They could never get back up here. Anyway, yeah, it sounds more like he's trying to imitate what he thinks, like what a person is and how they would interact.
As you fucking Voldemort, but it's also the joy inside of us. Find your Harry Potter. Find the Harry to your Voldemort. You can't just be a cringy emo boy on the internet for the rest of your life. You're 40. For fuck's sake, grow up. I love you. Call me. Call me Max. We're gonna be friends. Call me.
Around or slapped her around a little bit.
I'm sorry. He's old. I'm allowed to go after Max. He's old. He's condescending, and he thinks he's fucking right. So frankly,
why would you want to be friends with somebody like that? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you have these like major issues with him, what am I supposed to do here? Like, I'm fucking soft lock. If you have these issues with him, why are you so desperate to be his friend? Like, what is it? Like, I guess you want to figure him out. Is that what it comes down to? But like, it seems sometimes maybe you just don't interact with like bad people or people you think are bad.
I'm not punching down, right? Unless I am. If I am, I'll stop engaging. But if he's a man, like a grown up, not a man. If he's a grown up and I'm a grown up, I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it like I see it.
Don't you ever feel bad about that? Because that's hot. That's passion, baby.
Fuck.
That's sexy. And it was really nice to hear, because when you're abusive, you're an abuser. You're a piece of shit.
Yes.
You're subhuman trash who deserves to lose your job and your family.
Probably.
And I was gonna say when I was writing this, your YouTube channel, but that was a few days ago. And I guess I'll just say it still, because your Vimeo channel doesn't have the same. I'll fucking probably lose that too by the time this goes up. But anyway, now that we're free to say anything, I will also add that one thing that confounds all of this is that I have definitely noticed some arousal in women after being violent towards them. And that's confusing when the person that you're hitting is naked with their legs.
Sorry, Kuro, you're right. Let's leave the emo boys out of this.
What?
They are everything, and I love them.
Spread 20 minutes later, it definitely reinforces the dynamic and then ties it to sex in like a really weird way. It makes it pretty hard to break the cycle.
I think what he's trying to say is that after. Okay, so here's I remember seeing this clip on that fucking thing. So what it sounds like he's trying to say is that like 20 minutes after he fights, he has like makeup sex. What I find kind of ridiculous about that, though, is that he thinks that means that they get horny from the abuse, which is not at all. It sounds like more you have like a pattern of fighting. If you said that, like, oh, maybe you feel like somebody's trying to encourage you to be angry because you would have good sex after. I mean, I guess maybe you have an argument there. I don't know. It sounds like he thinks that, dude, I'm not even fucking attacking. I'm trying to get away. It sounds like he thinks that women get horny from it, but it sounds more like he would engage in a toxic cycle of like, fighting and then having sex. And like, so it's like 20 minutes later. Yeah, I guess that's just the pattern. Maybe they did that just to placate you. Because they thought it would calm you down, or maybe you would be abusive for sex, and maybe they felt afraid in some capacity. I don't really know the specifics, but the way that he's framing it just seems like not correct. Can I kill all these? Oh, cool. Maybe these guys can help me then.
But that's what you have to do.
You have to break it.
I mean, no matter what happens.
Twisted, I'll leave the emos alone, but I am going to hold Max accountable for being 38 and saying he's lived this life and saying he has the right to tell everyone they're wrong, and he's a snitch. I don't trust snitches. So like, he's not only a snitch, but he's a person who like isn't willing to handle the consequences of his own actions and how they impact communities. And though he's hit women, he still verbally abuses them, so I'm over it. And I don't care that they're all consenting to it. That's fine, but I would not recommend somebody date a person who...
I probably wouldn't phrase it. They're consenting to, like, okay, they're consenting to be in an abusive relationship. Okay, but that doesn't make the abuse okay. But okay, all right.
Verbally abuse their partners, but that's on him. He can if you want. How did he snitch? He reported Dr. K to the board because he decided his feelings were hurt. He literally said that to Not So Airtight. He said, "I am upset that Dr. K is ruining something I love, so I reported him because I believe he broke a rule." That's it. Okay. He's making it clear that he has decided because he feels this way.
I imagine he doesn't control the board, so unless Dr. K was doing something wrong, I don't think it would matter. I mean, it might be like a selfish thought, but like, did they remove Dr. K's license? Because then I guess he was actually doing something wrong, and it's probably a good thing you reported them. Because then they can't do, like, I don't know, then they can't do something wrong in the future.
He gets to do what he wants. That's fine, but he doesn't consider how that's going to impact all of psychiatry, all of medicine, how things are going. And Not So Airtight tried to explain to him why it's not reasonable, Max, but Max has decided, nope, Max is right, so Max matters and only Max matters. That's fine. That's exactly what people do. I'm not mad about that. But that is the issue with Max. That is the issue with Max. Is that
why do you keep saying that's just what people do if I'm not mad? You're very clearly mad. Why do you use it as like a cope? I mean, I know people do this. But I'm not mad. It's like, yes, you are. You're mad. And like, yes, people do things that are bad, but you're allowed to be mad at it because that's one of the ways, I mean, you would imagine that they would change behavior. How the fuck do I get up here? Why do you keep saying you're not fucking mad? It's so bizarre. I don't understand.
He thinks, I've made the decision, I am right. He literally knew about Reckful for 1 month. He goes, I just learned who Reckful was, and I am so upset. His own personal issue is causing him to cause more issues for other people. That's an issue, okay? Adult to adult, I'm so fine with talking to MrGirl. I have no problem with Max. I'm so excited to talk to him. I think he'll be really good if he wants to hash it out with me. I'm a passionate person. I'm a Middle Eastern woman. One of my friends actually recently told me, he's like, hey, can you talk more monotone? I was like, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not going to talk calmer. I'm not going to talk slower. I'm not going to talk less Middle Eastern. If you have a problem with the way I talk and you think it's unreasonable or angry or manic, you can go be racist somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay? If you hang out with real Middle Eastern people, if you hang out with people of color, we loud. And if you don't like it, go be white somewhere else. Okay. Or in Max's case, go be Jewish somewhere else. Okay?
What the fuck? I'm so confused.
But if you would like to judge me on my ideas, absolutely. If you would like to have a conversation about what I'm saying, absolutely. Okay? But I will not be told that the way I naturally talk is manic or crazy when my people be talking like this since day one, as we are in the Bible. Okay? We are a part of the founding fathers of Christianity, bitch, and Judaism. Okay? Chaldeans represent. I will not be told that the way I talk
seems like a random segment at the end of this
is a mental illness by anybody when this is just cultural. Absolutely not. Okay? So if Max would like to contend with me, I'm putting myself out there. I would love to collab with Max Carson. If he would like to talk to me, let's go. I'll even have Jesse moderate if that would be better. But I have no reason to back down. I'm open to being transparent, but you know. Let's see if I get that DM. Let's see if I get that DM. Let's go, Max. DM me right now, bitch. I already DM'd him a few days ago. I said I want to talk again. He said about what? And I said, oh, Bitch, we got plenty to talk about, bitch. Okay, let's go. You know, and I hope people are good. Actually, Unexpected Glimmer says she just wants people to know she isn't white for anyone here because we all know she's perceived as white by everyone looking at her. Max's comments kept saying things like, you know, a white woman is obsessed when she raises her voice, or you know, a white woman is upset when she raises her voice. Yeah, I'm not white. Middle Eastern women, we just raise our voices, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm literally, this is just how it goes. So I appreciate that people think white women who are not me, when they raise their voice, might be angry because white women maybe aren't angry. I don't know what white women are doing. Okay, but this is how I talk, and I will not be apologetic for the person that I've been since the day I was born. My mom said I came out screaming. She says I'm the loudest, most energetic, hyper person she's ever met. I am happy and gleeful, but I am also a fucking warrior. I will not back down when I've worked so goddamn hard to be this person, and this person is fire. This person is awesome. Okay, so if you're gonna criticize me, you better know in what lens to judge me by. I'm not white. Not white American, I'm white skinned, but I'm a Middle Eastern woman. I'm 1000% Middle Eastern, and I will fly that flag proud and strong. Got it? All right. Okay. So, you guys need to talk again because you need to clarify a lot of the things with him. Yeah, we will. It'll be fun. It'll be great. Like, as long as he can handle it, it'll be fine. As long as we can talk, it'll be great.
I'm assuming the rest of this is just her kind of rambling. No offense to her, but okay. Interesting segment. Interesting. All right. I'll put the alerts here.
Anonymous gifted you _make_me_moist_
hey, thank you so much for this.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to you _make_me_moist_
Very cool.
The coolest mum just resubscribed for 7 months.
Thank you so much for the sub, brother.
Look at Tiny just resubscribed for 5 months. Woo.
Thank you so much for the sub, brother. Very pooger. Woo, that's what I'm saying, dog.
Fat Kohanar just subscribed.
Okay, we have time for, let's see, one other. I have more time for more than one segment, but let's see. Hold on a second. Let me go see if the heat is the fucking heat on. One second. Oh, this fucking game goes. Give me a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hell yeah, brother. It is Christian. She's saying white women when she probably gets way more privilege. I mean, maybe. But whatever. I don't give a shit. All right, guys. You know exactly what time it is. Time for me to get a subscription.
The Big Bean 6,969 gifted Nahoju a subscription. The Big Bean 6,969 gifted a tier 1 sub to Nahoju. They have given 4 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right. All right. It's balloons time. Yeah, she did seem to insult Max for being a Jewish person. Middle Eastern. The fuck is that? All right. You guys know the drill. You guys know that. You know what time it is. It's time for another Chris Chan episode. This is Chris Chan 15. Chris Chan, A Comprehensive History, Part 15 by Gino Samuels. This is my favorite, dude. This has become my favorite segment to do. Okay, if you missed 14, it's on the Papa Got Leftovers channel. But if you're watching this on YouTube, that sounds like I said something stupid. Anyway. Awkward silence.
What made him this way?
I don't know, dude. You ask me every time. You've asked me 15 times now.
Is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan.
Chris Chan. Oh, we gotta play it a little bit increased speed, of course. Let's try this one. I want to do the race first. No, not that motherfucker. Go back. All right, let's do it.
Captain's log. Stardate, April 3rd, 2009.
On August 3rd, 2009, Christian announced on video that the extensive documentation of his life proves that he is the true Christian Weston Chandler.
I see the truth behind the reason why the trolls troll.
Oh, right. There's like this guy, Liquid Christopher or whatever. I'm just going to lose this. I don't care. This guy, Liquid Chris, right? That's actually a good point, though. The fact that his life's been so documented, I think, is proof that he's the real Christian. Then again, who's to say he's actually the one that got documented, right? Because the other guy, they look identical. If the other guy's more handsome, skinnier, better looking. So.
Me. Why they have been, why they're still doing it, and all the like.
Okay, let's hear it.
Not just because they're bored, not just because they want information, not just because they want to get to know me, not just because they've been emotionally hurt themselves. So many details that could be supposed for all the reasons to be listed.
Okay.
But the trolls are there to document the truth. It is good to have my own trolls. They may try and sometimes succeed in getting true, hard, honest information from one, and they may layer a twist of truth for their evil purposes, just like the paparazzi. And yet, they still document the truth. And that text, audio, photographic.
Wow, he really wrote this out, man. That's something. Like, he actually sat down and he's giving us a legitimate presentation on why he's the real Christopher Weston Chandler.
Video, etc. type of information is what separates the imposters from the real.
Very suspicious. Honest. Thank you so much for sussy.
Just as I am posing in my shirt, in my coat I have worn on my 25th birthday future message video. I wear it now because I thank you, trolls. Okay. I thank you for documenting the truth. Okay. I thank you for keeping it real and separating me from the false people. Yeah. So therefore, for all that you trolls have done, you in turn have done for me an excellent service. As with the Wolf Cub Scout salute, I salute you.
What? The Cub Scout salute?
Service. As with the Wolf Cub Scout salute.
What does that mean? The Wolf Cub Scout salute?
I salute.
Yeah, I guess that is. But you put your thumb down. It's like this. It's just like two fingers. I mean, that's the Cub Scout. And the Boy Scout salute, I think, is 3. Because I am an Eagle Scout. So obviously I'm cringe and know that.
Have a good day. Stay safe.
I did go through Cub Scouts too.
Also, before I forget, the current Saint Star contest between me and the imposter in the brown stripes. I know your name, Mr. Toys R Us Giraffe. His name, only cut in half. Use the first half.
What?
Anyway,
what?
The contest shall continue.
His name is Jeffrey the Giraffe? Isn't that his name? Like Jeffrey the Giraffe? What is he talking about? Is that his actual name? What the fuck?
And I hope he will.
What was my Eagle Scout project? So for like my local high school, I refurbished their wellness trail for the high school that I went to, and I did some cool stuff for it. So yeah.
Enjoy the song. I have in my mind that God has.
I cut out a bunch of like things that look like my feet, not my feet, but like it was like a foot print, like just a wooden footprint, like the bottom of like a shoe looking kind of thing. And then I hung them up around the trail so like the kids could draw them and stuff. It was cute.
He trusted me to relay for him to sing, that he enjoys it and sees the meaning. The Lord loves us. Our own name, our own true
feet. Fantastic.
The following day, Casey had another chat over the phone with Chris, who was playing the part of Liquid Chris once again.
Okay, I got your email, and I emailed...
Wait, what? He was playing the part of Liquid Chris? Was he pretending to be the troll? What?
Emily, so yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from her.
That's loud.
Kim?
Emily, you meant to say Kim, right?
I meant to say Kim. I know you told me about Emily, sorry.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah, so what else is going on?
I was just calling, you know, because I'm supposed to be coming down tomorrow. I hope my car makes it.
Yeah, I hear you. Well,
So
we're looking forward to your visit. My parents are looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, awesome, awesome.
Casey then expresses her hatred for Christian.
I know he really pisses you off. I mean, how much do you hate him? Because, I mean, if I hate him about all these things, you have got to have tons of things to hate about him.
I pretty much I've got tired of hating, you know, so I just figured I'll just flow with it.
So, I mean, I guess you're giving him a chance because of all this, but I mean, you just told me the other day that he has a homosexual lisp and he probably takes it up the butt for black guys.
I can tell you right now, that's just a whole bunch of lies that somebody put on the ED page against me.
What? There's no ED page against you. That's the imposter. What are you talking about? I mean, come on, this guy. He tried to disqualify you over something stupid. He didn't even look at your video. I mean, but he can put stupid things like parappa rap in his thing and not be disqualified? Fuck that shit. Oh, sorry for me cursing.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Chris. Don't you
but
have any
like,
opinion?
you know, I kind of grew up emotionally a bit more the past few days.
But seriously,
What
I
the
mean,
fuck
it's
is
really
happening?
pissing me off, Chris. I mean, come on, support me. He subscribed to me. I think he's trying to go through me for you. I mean, could you believe that? Who is he to fucking try to get in between us? I mean, I love you. You are the fucking creator of Sonichu. You are the fucking man. You are awesome. I mean, look at all his toys. I mean, how old is he?
I'd say he looks about 27 himself.
He looks way older than 27, but you know, that could just be the PSI toy. Crappy shit.
Well, I will admit the camera does add about a few pounds.
Oh yeah, totally. And then this whole singing
I
challenge,
fucked
like he
myself
had
up
a
so bad.
fucking
I'm gonna lose.
choice. I mean, I want you to do this with me. You gotta do it for me. I need to feel supported by you. And I mean, you were doing it last night, so what's the difference now? You've gotta win. This guy is coming after you for no reason, just because he wants your E-fame or whatever he thinks. Fucking pig, he doesn't even look like he takes a shower.
Wow, incredible.
August 4th was an eventful day for Christian. First off, he emailed Vivian G about his recent revelation concerning his trolls.
Okay, I have to turn it back up. Sorry, I had to turn that down. It was so loud. Wait, so I'm confused. Like, was that... I don't know. Was he just insulting Liquid Chris? Because the same insults applied to him? Like, oh, he... like, is that what she was doing? I was so confused because she said that he was playing the part of Liquid Chris, but like, was he? Like, what the fuck was happening there? I feel like I missed all that. The context of that, like, just flew over my fucking head.
I'm thanking all trolls for their documentation of whatever truths I've shared with them in the past. Granted, they've twisted the words around and made me look bad, stupid, and worse. But the original words and drawings that I have stated and created from my hand have been documented, especially in the Encyclopedia Dramatica page. And those documented words and images from years of information separate me from any imposter, especially the brown-striped Jeff. I've had my revelation for the purpose of trolls.
So Chris thinks she believes he's Liquid Chris. He's pretending to be Liquid. She is insulting the real one, knowing she is talking to him. Oh. Okay, I understand now. So Chris is pretending to be the fake Chris. And then trying to be like, oh, I think he might be a nice guy. Like, trying to play like a fucking three-dimensional troll. Okay, wow, incredible. He was pretending to be Liquid Chris to look at his girlfriend. Okay.
And internet bullies from God the other day, and with a full confident heart, well-confirmed thoughts and ponders, and energetic gusto, I thanked you all. God has put you all on this earth, and appointed you all each to pick on my nerves to challenge my reactions. Now that I fully understand all that beyond, I'm just doing it for the fun of it. I'm just bored, I just like trolling and such. I can finally move on with you all in my background, and continue with my drawing and coloring of my stories and books, and stand up for my full power on the city of Quickville and beyond, and especially in becoming an emotionally stronger man among all that. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Clyde. Thank you all. She simply replied with, "You still haven't learned anything, have you?" He then made a lengthy video addressing Liquid Chris.
I know the truth. Your real name is Jeff. You've been talking to this guy named Dan Topotis at yahoo.com.
Dan Topotis?
About Sid's money or whatever. And think about, oh yeah, we're gonna troll me some more, the real me. And also, I've been talking to Casey. She still cares about you, man. But I will bless you and her with eternal happiness of being together.
Okay.
All I would ask you to do is just come clean. No false documents. Your real name. You're not the original Chris Sonichu. I am. So give it up already. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a sample of what I would like you to play for song number 5. This was a song
Mambo number 5?
that I was turned on to by my Australian gal pal, Panda Halo. Did the best Chris Chan Sanchi heart ever among other fan arts. Gotta be cover number 10 for the Real books. The Real books available on the Real Wikipedia, the official Sanchi and Rose Chu site of 2009 and beyond. Anyway, I want you to think about this song that I'm about to tell you about. It's called Lift Up Your Eyes from the Plant Shakers. And you have to pay $1 for this song because it's not available for free download. And it's a wonderful song. Is that really your name, Christian Weston Chandler? Or is your real name Jeff something? Because God will not love you very much.
Maybe his name is Jeff Probst from Survivor. I don't know why I said that. But you never know, you know?
Or will have less respect for you if you steal other people's names and take credit for their own work. I actually have police people investigating you and detectives.
Do you think that's true? Do you think he actually has... So there's 3 options in my head. Either Chris actually does legitimately have police people investigating this guy, right? That's option number 1. And it is possible. Well, okay, it's not possible. Option number 1, he's lying. He never even went out and reached out to somebody to contact her. Option number 2, he legitimately went down to the fucking police station. And he's like, this guy's he's an imposter. Option number 3, somebody on the internet told him that they could do, they could like track him down or something like fucking stupid like that. Those are the 3 options.
County Sheriff and his group. My father voted for him. He met him at the fruit stand. And he was being really, I forget his name now. But I shook his hand. I shook his hand, and he accepted a job to go against you. I can lift up the charges easily, but all I ask is that you just give it up.
Wait, Liquid calls Chris Ian Brandon Anderson because Chris's handle at the time was Brackers. What? Why am I investing in this guy? Shut the don't fucking at me. Why do you have to be such? Why you gotta be such a Debbie Downer, dude? What the fuck? Why am I still investing in this guy? You're rude. Get out of here. Why aren't you?
Let go.
Why aren't you?
God loves you by your real name.
By the way, it's not a girl. It's not a guy. It's a beautiful trans woman. Get your shit together, okay? You fucking transphobe.
So quit assuming the one that you stole, please. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna say, I wish you luck in your love that you have found successfully. I'll find mine one day. I know it. Nobody's gonna keep me down. Feels like it's been forever, but I stumble out of the darkness into the light. Finding more things I know are right. Even though I make mistakes, I say the wrong choice of words.
This is incredible. Why is this still going?
I'm man enough to admit it.
I noticed you have like 50 episodes of this beautiful trans woman on your channel. Why though? I have 15. This will be the 15th episode of this person on my channel, okay? It's not 50. I will get to 50 eventually. That will be a very real thing. But it is not currently at 50, okay? You don't lie on my name, dude, okay?
Perfect.
He followed up with a video demonstrating how he draws Sonichu.
Wow, great.
For the drawing surface, Christian uses a reflector sketch produced by Spin Master, a device made for children to practice tracing sketches. The video also showcases the unusual way in which Chris holds a drawing utensil.
Put my little C in a circle. Am I John Hancock?
I mean, it probably works well. You know, who cares if it's for kids? You know what I mean?
And let's give him a little drop shadow underneath.
He proceeds to color in his character with Crayola super washable markers.
Why do you know? Why do you know that? Why do you know so much? What the fuck?
Close this up here. And
what do I think of my thoughts on the Norwegian Directorate of Health saying that kids should go outside more? Oh, that's probably the right thing. Yeah.
Put in the hand-drawn pages of book number 0. No history of the hand-drawn. Print these out.
I'm not gonna
you get blank site. You get blank edges. Unedited, as they originally were before I scanned them and typed the text into them. Oh, that's a good page. Very good page. Anyway, I wanted to again give a shout out to Casey. I care about you very much. Your feelings mean a lot to me. You mean a lot. I'm sorry, Casey, but I'm afraid that, well, I tried to ease you into the subject, but unfortunately I just could not do that. I just had to give it to you straight. I'm sorry, Casey, but, you know, you fell in love with Science Shoe and Rose Shoe in the world of Quickfill. It's mine. Originally, mine. I'm the guy. March 17th, 2000, in front of Miss Naomi Charlie Fool's classroom at Manchester High. Freshly drawn. You saw it from my own hand.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Casey. I didn't mean, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. You had to know. You have been dating and having relationships with the imposter. His name's Jeff.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I care about you, as I cared about all my other gal pals in my life. From Megan Schroeder, Tiffany, Miranda, Sarah, Kelly. Even all the ones I made on the internet. My Australian gal pal, Sarah Cassandra McKenzie, Panda Halo, died in that brush fire. And Sarah Jackson died in the automobile accident.
Wow.
And Ivy O'Neill recently. I had to go listen to my father's meathead theories. I'll leave it up to you.
I don't know how to beat this.
I can't.
I really
For his
don't.
fourth entry in the SingStar Challenge, he performs The Touch by Stan Bush, taken from the 1986 Transformers movie.
You got the touch. You got the power.
I love it. It's
In
honestly
response,
beautiful.
Liquid Chris sings Think Twice by rock band Eve 6.
I can't let go, I can't get out. I said enough by now.
The final song for you to sing will be entitled "Smell Yo Dick" by Risque, and you have to sing the whole thing. You can't change words because that's cheating and that's ad-libbing. You have to sing the real thing.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah. So sing it like a man if you want to win the competition. Please.
Later that same day, Casey publicly released a video Chris had privately sent to her, made under the guise that he was Liquid Chris. He conceals his appearance by supposedly applying a high-contrast filter on his PSI.
Hey, Casey. It's me. I'm sorry that my computer seems to be acting up. I love you, Casey. You're a good girl. And the more I talk to you, the more I appreciate you very much.
Tornado Wizard's not going to buy me any time. What are you talking about? It's not going to knock back the boss. It can't knock bosses back. I'm trying to figure out what does a high damage to the thing.
And there are so many things yet you have to learn. You have to learn about me, but it will be learned in the near future when you come. By the way, my parents will be here when you come by later, so they'll be very happy to meet you. You know, at least my father will. He's a nicer parent nowadays, even though back in the old days he used to be such a stick in the mud. But seriously, yeah, he's a good guy. My mom's a good woman too. Be a redneck sometime, but you know, you earn her trust. She'll be good to you. But I'll welcome you.
No, it gets knocked back every time you do enough damage to it. That's what it is.
Let me leave with open arms. I'll see you later. I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Beautiful.
I've forgotten what I started fighting for. There's something drifting up to the shore. I'll see you later.
In response, Casey called Chris, berating him for pretending to be Liquid during their phone calls.
I can't believe you did that.
Why is her voice so fucking shrill?
What is wrong with you? I mean, you could have just told me something. You didn't even have to make him look so bad. Just, what the hell?
Casey, I'm sorry. I was trying to spare your feelings.
No, you weren't. Why didn't you just tell me from the start? You wanted me to come to your house, and just what were you going to do? Rape me?
Oh my God.
What were you going to do?
No, I was only going to show you the true face of the real man.
Why the fuck would I love you? You tricked me too. Just.
I know. God. I understand. I'm sorry.
No, you're not, because you would have told me this shit, and I mean, you had so many chances. You were playing with me. You were playing with my heart. I mean, what? So you could get laid out of it? So you could be not a virgin anymore?
No, I was trying to be your friend.
How is that being my friend? Tricking me. I mean,
In Chris's defense, he probably learned this from the show. What is the movie? Like not Freaks and Geeks. What's the movie? Geek Squad. You know that geek movie? Revenge of the Nerds. That's what I was trying to say. Where like you remember that scene where the guy dressed up like the fucking alpha Chad guy and he like fucking has sex with his girlfriend and she's like, "Wow, you were incredible. How?" And then it's like, "Oh, surprise, I'm a different person." And she's like, "Oh my God, you didn't." She doesn't say that you raped me, even though that's what he did.
You were pretending to be the same person you're trying to save me from. I mean, why would I want to be your friend, much less your girlfriend?
That's a good
what
point,
redeeming
Chris.
qualities do you have that you have shown me now?
I can't say off the top of my head, but I would do my best
No,
to
of
make up
course
for
you
what I
can.
have
Of
done.
course you can. You know what? You're just disappointed because now I'm definitely not coming. You had ulterior motives, or else you would have told me something first. The first thing you said, the first thing was, "Hey, come see me." What? What the hell? I mean, do you not get that even, let's say he is doing all these evil things to you, do you not get that trying to steal a girlfriend is wrong? Did you not get that maybe I love him? And I mean, you were trying to say you weren't going to rape me, but you're like, we can go into my room and go straight to lovemaking. I mean, when were you going to tell me when I came in the door? You think I wasn't going to freak out or something? You think I wasn't going to notice that you're not him? And that would be embarrassing for your parents. What, did you not even think of them?
I thought of a lot of things, but I can't think of everything at once. I have a mental problem. I'm actually slow in the mind sometimes.
No, that is not a good excuse. That is never a good excuse. You do not blame shit like that.
That's interesting. He fucking talks shit about other people with like disabilities, and then like this, and then he's like, "Oh, this is like his excuse now for being." I mean, what like he wasn't really being shitty. Well, he thought he was being shitty. You know what I mean? Like he thought that he tricked this person, which he didn't, but he still thinks he did. So he thinks he was being shitty. Yeah.
You knew what you were doing, and I know you were doing what you're doing. You were being a selfish little prick.
I'm sorry I gave off that impression.
Hey, it's not little.
To do.
I just wanted to show you the face of truth.
But you know what? You're showing me who Christian Weston Chandler is, and he's just a fat fuck who doesn't care about me, who doesn't care about anyone's feelings. You're just a big.
I've had a lot of emotional traumas in my lifetime in the past with women. I mean, I've even lost some over the internet.
I wonder why. I wonder why you have.
I mean, that's true. He has had a lot of emotional traumas with women, and like that's like an actual real statement that he's making. Like it's not even a lie. So what the fuck, dude? That's like a real thing. And she's blaming him for it. She's part of the troll group. That's really fucked up because like it's really not his fault. He's just like he just has autism, and he's like very accepting, and like he thinks that all girls are always right. That's just a pattern I've noticed. Huh.
I mean, if you treat them.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pause it. I hit the wrong button, but now I have to place this because I'm fucking boom.
Like this,
they died.
Yeah, probably because they wanted to get away from you.
Like Sarah Jackson died in an automobile accident. I'm serious. Her sister told me that.
Oh my god, he actually thinks that they died. He also thinks like, doesn't he think that like the girl from fucking Arizona or something or Australia died in like the wildfires when she didn't? Doesn't he think that?
Sarah Cassandra McKenzie / Panda Halo died in brush fire.
Died. I don't think anybody. This is fucked up. But I don't even think anybody told him that this person died in a brush fire. I think he just assumes that they did. Like he just decided that randomly because he saw on the news that something like that happened. Like that's just so fucking ridiculous. Oh my god.
I don't care. I don't care if he's not the Sonic creator. I don't care. I love him, and he's been there for me. And you will never ever be him. He can at least play guitar. He can sing to me. He's been the one with me. You haven't. The only time I've had with you is you trying to trick me and get me in bed. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I understand and I respect your decision. You are welcome to stay with him, but still, you have to know that.
I'm welcome to stay with him. I get your permission. I get your permission to stay with my own boyfriend. Where are you coming on?
Yeah, you're right. I sometimes have a bad choice. Sometimes I don't know when to use my own words. I mean, as far as the real life autism is,
so
this is why no girl. Don't you blame that? Don't you blame that? Are you serious? Do you not know how many autistic children I've worked with? And you know what? They don't do that.
Probably
they don't
none.
fucking do that. And you know, I don't even think you have autism. I think you
Done what? What the fuck are you talking about?
have something else. I think you have
This
something
is so
that
sad,
just makes you so narcissistic. It's just so you're so full of yourself. I mean, that's not autism. What the hell is wrong with you?
Actually, yeah, that is a piece of autism.
No, it's not. I can guarantee you, I know more about this shit than you. You know what? Prove it. Prove it. Go
Jesus
ahead.
Christ. She's trying to gaslight. This is just so sad because, like, I think one of the disconnects is like, oh, some of this is kind of funny to people, but like, think about it, like, Chris actually believes everything that she's saying. He's like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? That's the perspective. So it's like she's real time gaslighting the fuck out of this dude. It's just fucked up, you know?
I don't believe you. You ever want a chance with me? You need to prove that because you are not textbook case.
Yeah, well, I got all the papers here at the home. My father has them in the filing cabinet.
I want to see them. Send them to me like you send those pictures. Show them in a video. Right now. Maybe I'll forgive you.
My father is asleep, and the filing cabinet is locked. It's like he has to go through every single file in the filing cabinet just to find the one document order.
You better find a way. You better find a fucking way because you're fucking smart, right? I mean, I guess you fooled me. So.
Yeah, I'm not always so smart.
And you know what? The best part is you're not going to learn anything from this, are you?
It's not just
is this the way you want people to remember you?
No, it's not.
Then why'd you do it?
I'm trying to improve myself. I learned.
Well, you can start with showing me those documents. That's how you can start.
Okay. I'll get the documents and I'll show them to you.
You better.
I will. Again, I'm sorry that I put you through all that. Take some deep breaths. Stay safe. Try to keep a happy thought.
Happy thought. You're fuck you. You're talking to me about happy thoughts. I mean, you don't even sound like. God, I just can't do it. Just do it tomorrow. Just. Ugh.
I'm sorry. I'll talk to you later. Stay safe. Take care.
Oh my god. So fucked
The following day, Christian uploaded his 5th and final entry in the SingStar Challenge, preceded by a special message for Liquid Chris and Casey.
I have been in error, and I humbly apologize from the bottom of my heart. I did you wrong, I did Casey wrong, but still, she had to know. That was why I came in the first place. But she still cares about you, man. Even after lying to her like that for months at a time. Let's just hope we can put this behind us, and please, dude, please, stop pretending to be me.
Oh,
It
is
ain't
this the
worth it.
video we watched before?
It's not fun. You're gonna get yourself in jail, man. Identity theft is a serious crime.
Did we already watch this?
I just hate to break up that relationship between you and her, especially since it's so honest. It's so true.
Did I skip to something? Is I missing something? What the fuck? I thought we were.
Loves you, man. So please, dude, come clean. Yes, your name is Chris Chandler. That's it. No Chin, no Christopher, no Ricardo, no Weston. That's you, man. So please, man, take off that paper medallion. Stop selling the fake merchandise. Come clean. Please. Come clean and all will be right. Between you, between me, between Casey, and the whole world.
Gacy, got him.
As per Liquid Chris's request, he sang Smell Yo Dick by Risque. However, because of his aversion to using the lewd term, he replaces every instance of dick in the song with duck, thusly breaking his own rule of not being able to alter lyrics.
Something's going on, can I smell your duck?
Liquid Chris rightfully addressed the issue in a short
I didn't think that was gonna happen. Like right in the fucking moment. Whatever.
Video.
Well, I told you not to, and you did. And you ad-libbed, you changed the song, and you are disqualified.
Got him.
No, wait, I take that back. I will rescind your disqualification if within the next 4 hours you record the true and original version of the song No Changes.
In response, Christian re-recorded the song with the original lyrics.
I said you ain't cool. What you gonna do? Can I smell your dick? This is not. Such nice stuff.
As chosen by Christian.
That feels like ad-libbing because he doesn't actually know the name of the sounds or the name of the words. The fucking lyrics to the song. Okay, there you go.
Liquid Chris's final entry was Lift Up Your Eyes by the Planet Shakers, which was performed in a manner not uncharacteristic of Christian's own style of singing.
Him in worship, crying, holy, holy, holy.
In the middle of the song, he makes a spontaneous comment directed at Chris.
Trying to steal my girlfriend? I see.
In addition, the version that Liquid Chris recorded was significantly shorter than the full cut of the original song. This discrepancy in length was addressed by Chris the following day.
Chris Chandler! Firstly, your video is only half the length of that track. The full length of that track is almost 10 minutes. Redo the video for the full 9 minutes something length. And
True.
commentary,
I
you
agree.
can put them in a separate video. Separate.
The commentary
And
for
another
what? Where he talked about his girlfriend. What the fuck?
Chris, your real name, as I have been told by Casey, is only Chris Chandler. No Chin, no Tafur, just Chris.
So he thinks that this person's name is actually Chris Chandler, but not Christopher. Like Chris is an abbreviation. It's the full. Okay, incredible.
Admit that. And another thing, my name is not Ian Brandon something. I am Christian Weston Chandler. So get it through your damn fucking skull.
I think it's actually Christopher. Jesus Christ, though.
And call me the real name that I've got that's been given to me and the bear at Regency Square Shopping Center during 1989. You
God.
damn mocking bastard! Get it right!
Wow.
I'm Christian Weston Chandler. You are only Chris Chandler. Your metal is made out of paper. The whole length of time, the real metal has been made out of Crayola, fucking model magic, and acrylic paint. If I wanted paper, I would go
Very
to Walmart
specific.
and pay $5 for 500 sheets. Everybody
Why would you need 500 sheets of paper to make a medallion? What the fuck?
on the internet
Yeah, he might be a little hangry. Pop off queen for sure, for sure.
knows that I real deal. You are the imposter. So give up the damn game already before I really call the police. Before I tell the police all the information I have gotten since I finally got them involved, and then send them on your case, put you in jail.
I think he slipped up. And he exposed himself. So he like kind of like stopped talking for a second. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? He told everybody, or he told this person that he called the police on them and they're investigating. So then he just said, I will call the police on you. And then he felt like he had to make sure he established that he's already called them, but he'll follow up with the police. Okay.
Even though I would prefer not to see you in jail because Casey respects you so much, man. She cares about you so much. She has told me so herself over the telephone.
What a nice guy.
I would hate to see you in jail out of respect and the care, because she would be heartbroken. You are
Very
a lucky son of a gun, Chris Chandler.
True.
So quit this stupid impersonation game. This game is not fun. If you are not careful, you really are going to go to jail. You will be trying court, and you will be going to jail or serve community service forcibly. I was nice about it. I told you the details. And what do? You kick me in the balls again.
Oh my god. That sounds horrible.
Do not appreciate that.
He is a really good wingman. Yeah, that's true. I just don't understand where this reference for fucking girls comes from with this guy. I guess because he isn't really able to get any girls. Hey, thanks so much for the sub, brother.
Zero Tampton just subscribe.
Thanks, brother.
Stop it. Stop it. Come clean.
Come.
Rip off your paper medallion. Rip it up like a shred of paper. Look at my medal. I cannot even twist it because it is made from mono magic. Not some cheap paper I could get at Walmart for $500, for $5 for 500 sheets.
$500 for 5 sheets. Holy shit.
Sing the
Incredible.
whole
He's fucking
9
rich.
minute something song.
Hello, Ian. I'll sing a whole song, but it's just the same thing over and over again, you know? I mean, I don't really see the point. Unless you got some sort of secret plan to troll me again.
Oh,
you know,
my
you troll me
God.
so much.
Oh my
Chris
god.
conceded and sang the complete version of the song. He nevertheless altered the lyrics.
Ole! 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 Yeah, that was a pretty long song. I agree.
The following day, Christian uploaded the first 9 pages of Sonichu episode 20 onto the Wikipedia.
Why only the first 9
periodically
pages?
upload new pages onto his website until the completion of the comic.
Okay, that's
It was
cool.
around this time that Liquid Chris spoke with Christian over the phone.
Hello, Ian. Yeah, I think you know who this is.
Look, Christian, stop this.
This is going to be so hard to distinguish who's who.
Look, you are giving me a lot of stress right now, and I am not going to handle it.
Oh my god.
Look, Chris, listen, I was kind enough to accept that the fact that you are actually a Christian W. Chandler. But
Yes, my name is Christian Weston Chandler.
All right, fine. Your name is Christian Weston Chandler, but the fact is you were born with that name. You are not the Christian Weston Chandler that was born as Christopher Weston Chandler, who was the original creator of Sonic Road 2.
No.
Look, I don't know what the heck is wrong in your head, but
No,
you know,
I don't-
and I know, your parents knows, Casey knows, the whole world knows that you are not the Christopher
but in the
Christian
whole world
Roberto
must
Weston
be,
Chandler.
the-
Don't do this. You're breaking my balls here. Stop doing this. Stop it.
You are really kicking me off right now.
I'm sorry.
You just keep making up all these things on the just making them up off the top of your head because your name is not.
No, they're not both crazy. So the person, one of the people talking, I know that this is the first episode you've watched. One of the people talking, his name is pretending to be Liquid Christopher, right? Instead of where Chris, the actual Chris is Solid Chris, and it's supposed to be reference to Metal Gear Solid, right? And basically what's happening is he's taking his identity, he's pretending that he's really him. So that's what's going on here.
Christian Weston Chandler, it is Ian Brandon Anderson, and you are grinding my gear.
There is
Yeah,
no such thing as Ian Brandon Anderson.
I
I am
actually
Christopher
figured it out.
Weston Chandler.
No, because I found it out. Your Ian Brandon Anderson name, the reason you added Chandler to that is because you were paying tribute to the serial killer Oba Chandler.
If you keep that up, he's going to hang up. We're going to lose track of communication right there. I'm not going to let this go. He's looking around at me in real life. He's continuing to call me this Ian Brandon Anderson that somebody made up. Look, Chris, stop it. Stop this game. You know that you have not...
I've been being true and honest this entire time, and you have been playing a dirty game.
I am not playing a game. I am the true honest one here. I am the original true creator of Sonic and Road 2 in the world of Quickville.
No,
Just try,
no,
that was me. You have never been to Manchester High School. You have never been to Piedmont Valley Community College. You're taking the same class as Casey is over at Community College in Washington, D.C.
No, I am not. I don't even live in the Washington, D.C.
You are in D.C. I know it. She knows it. We all know it. Now stop this. If you do not come clean right now, I am going to get my father in on this murder, and you are going to get fucking arrested, thrown in jail, and you will not get to live the peaceful, happy life of Casey that I would like you to live because Casey really cares for you, man.
That's not true. I am honored.
Wait, hold on. What does he say? He says you will not live the peaceful, happy life that Casey and I would like. Oh, you to live. I thought he was saying that he wanted to live that with Casey. Okay.
Like you to live because Casey really cares for you, man.
That's not true. I am on a roll. I was on a roll. And you have just been... And you know what? What did you even, you keep making all these threats with the police against
I am not making up any threats. Everything I tell you is true, honest, and legit. You are the one...
You are not being true, and you are not being honest.
Okay. This is it. I gave you the last warning. I gave you the last response. You just busted my balls again. You're going to jail. I'm sorry, Casey.
Yeah.
On August 9th, Chris uploaded another warning for Liquid Chris.
Look, Mr. Christian, Mr. Chandler, I have already informed my father to go ahead with the police trials and to get the police that we have already involved in the case, getting them further involved.
It looks like he's looking like up. Like, does he have a script hanging like fucking 10 feet above him?
You pretty much just cashing your
That was an impersonator with a good voice. That was who he was talking to.
chips when you made the phone call last night.
This is the
harshly
7th
talked to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Not even listen. You would call me the liar. You would continue to call me by that stupid Ian name. When everybody on the World Wide Web and around the whole world knows that I'm the real deal. You are ruining your relationship with Casey. She's all heartbroken about over this whole feuding between us. She's very sad. She's very depressed. You have not called her for days. What are you doing, man? She cares about you very much and honestly from her heart.
I believe him too. He's the real deal for sure.
She asked you to stop playing this game. Why did you start? Bored? Were you just an outcast? What? We already have so many people involved. And at this point, we're just going to do it. Bring you in. You're going to get arrested.
Okay.
We're going to see you in court. Hopefully you only have to serve community service. Because I really would hate to see you and Casey's relationship a lost cause. Dude. And to everybody else that is not troll, and all the true fans, please come back and stay with me. Because I know that some of you have left, and you were replaced by trolls, or otherwise you turn troll.
Okay.
Please, come back. We're good people. I'm good people.
True.
I'm honest. And just like in Jesus, you continue to have faith in me, all rewards will be shown.
You said just like Jesus? What the fuck?
On a daily basis, for the small update, even if I miss one day, something will happen the next day on the Wikipedia.
Oh my god.
No more of that stupid Ian name.
That was two different people,
brother.
I'm serious.
Who mislabels me as that name again, or anybody else calls me, who mislabels me a homosexual in person, if it's a guy,
the Joker arc.
Or he can accept the answer straight
What
forward
if
from
it's
my
a girl?
honest heart, and just leave it at that and spread the word around further.
But what if it's a girl? He's gonna smack a guy. What are you gonna do to a girl? Nothing?
Or if it's a lady,
Okay.
I will give her the option of either accepting the truth
Okay.
or allow me to kiss her strong and long on the cheek, the face cheek.
Chris. Okay. So if it's a girl, instead of hitting like he would hit the guy, he's gonna kiss the girl. Now, I think that comes from Christopher's desire. Christian's, excuse me, name change. Desire to kiss girls, since he's a bit antisocial and a lot of girls don't like him. The problem is that you're using your kissing as a punishment, Chris. Do you realize that your kiss is a punishment to them? Like that's incredible. That's really unfortunate, my friend. Okay.
And video recorded. So everybody get your skulls. I'm the real deal. He's the imposter. Stop this stupid game. Stop encouraging Christian Weston Chandler number 2 over there.
The fact that he actually thinks the person's name is Christian Weston Chandler just like him was just crazy.
I'll tag.
True, you gotta get it how you can, yeah.
Forget about the stupid dog tag. The only reason I'm wearing it is because it represents, like, you know, I've experienced some of the good things in life. I played lottery a few times.
He's wearing a dog tag? What? To express his trauma? What the fuck?
I've traveled to Ohio, but thanks to that stupid Max. And I've had a few drinks. The only check mark that's not left, that's the only mark that has not been checked yet for a good life, is the Virgin Breaker. I'm straight. We got that cleared up?
Okay.
Don't ever call me Ian. Don't ever call me Guy. Have a safe day. Stay safe. Peace.
Incredible.
On August 10th, Christian made a video attempting to convince his audience that he was the real Christian Weston Chandler, based on the physical similarities between himself in the present and his appearance in the videos he had posted before Liquid Chris's arrival.
I'm wondering what his parents have to say about this. Why is he continuing to feed into this troll? It's like, this is fucking insane.
Personality types. In the longer run, who has been the cooler man who has originally done everything in the Sasha Road Shoot comics? As you notice in all the videos, I have been the cooler man, I have been more calm, and even my voice sounds more similar to everything in the past recordings, including my 25th birthday.
That's debatable, honestly. Liquid Christian is actually pretty good at imitating Chris.
And look at my face, the very same face from February 24th, 2 years ago. And another thing, yes, I have never learned to play a real guitar, but that doesn't mean I could not rock, so that's a good reason why I play a Guitar Hero. I have still been having a harder time of trying to find a boyfriend for a girl and to make it into a sweetheart from the ground up.
Okay.
Yeah, he was able to get a girlfriend like that.
True.
Big difference. The longer run, the real Christopher Christian Weston Chandler had a harder time.
I like that one of his defenses. I'm like, I'm the real Chris because I can't get pussy. What a fucking defense. How do you know he's the real one? He just can't get any pussy. Good point. Actually, not a bad point. He's got a good point there.
Having a bit of a hard time. And also, if you look at the 8-year-old photo, and I have recently looked back upon it, the 8-year-old video, yes, it is true. I'm no longer ashamed of it. I was born with the body type that has man boobs. Eye type.
I mean, I don't think he has like gyno, but okay.
Might say a little bit of an A.
I don't know if that's like a thing. Man boobs? I mean, it's like a weight thing, right? Am I wrong about that? Like, what the fuck?
Size A. So there. I'm still a man. My dick was on that Encyclopedia Magic page.
Sorry. You say that's my dick on the fucking ED page. Holy shit. I mean, it's true. It is his fucking dick on there. That's true. Fucking tell us, like, whoop your fucking dick out, dude. Prove that that's your fucking dick. He put his penis onto the comic. He literally put his fucking penis on a comic book page and traced around it. Shit.
It was falsely brought on because the trolls posed as women who falsely gained my trust. I know, it's my fault.
So fucked
my
up.
fault that those trolls got the information. But still, they documented it for the longest time since about 2006 or 2007.
Okay.
So, there you go. That's a few big differences between me and him. He does not have any of these things. He has nothing. All he has is just a piece of paper that I could get 500 sheets of at Walmart for $5.
Dude, why you gotta ruin paper, dog? Come on.
With the Battle of the Chris's.
The real Christian Weston Chandler wouldn't waste paper like that.
Still seemingly raging on, Christian was trying his hardest to take back his life, which, despite its many flaws, regrets, and troubled past, it was rightfully his, and his alone.
That's true. And who else would really want it, if we're being honest? Wow. It's like fucking poetry. The way he ended that video is incredible. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. I think that's good. Check a couple of these TikTok reviews before we bang out here. He stole off with a wig. Okay. I can't even play this song because everything on TikTok is fucking music. It's crazy. Oh, look, more sussy stuff here.
I hate you. Of course he does. Of course he does. Don't get mad at the dude. He's fat. He's short. He's clearly lonely. He's wearing fucking baggy ass shorts. Was he American? He looks fucking amazing. He's dressed as American.
What's wrong with being American, bro? Is this the guy who sex traffics girls criticizing Ethan?
I'm in my tailored $10,000 suits without a geeky hat on. I haven't got a pedo mustache. I got all the women. I got money. I got the Bugatti. I got the.
I wouldn't call that a pedo mustache. It's like a regular. It's like a Persian fat dad mustache. It's like your Bob's Burgers mustache. That's what it looks for. Andrew Tate, is that who this guy is? Why do they both? Why does he sound like he's trying to? Why does Andrew Tate sound like he's trying, or Cobra Tate? Why does the guy on the right sound like he's trying to imitate Cobra Tate with his voice? Plus Jordan Lee Peterson.
I got the jet. It's true, but no. Of course he hates us.
Of course, but it's just an amazing lack of self-awareness.
I mean, people don't like you guys because you're fucking womanizing pieces of shit losers that have absolutely no value to society. Oh, they're brothers. Okay. Yeah, they're worthless. They have no value to society. Like, it's cool that you guys fight for, like, amusement of other people. That's totally cool. I'm not even being critical. Like, that's cool. I mean, you know, but like, talking about women being fucking basically worthless is just fucking, you're a low IQ loser. Like, I don't know. That's why people don't like you, because you're a shitty person. Okay.
Somebody like that. It's actually almost an impressive.
So are you guys going to mention you got raided by the SWAT team for human trafficking, or you just going to ignore that part? He's fat. Dude, what the fuck? They never mentioned that shit, bro. Y'all.
Did they actually, what, they get swatted for human trafficking? Like, why, is that what happened? Cobra Tate human trafficking.
Need to mention that before you talk about me.
I hate you. Of course he does.
I wonder if that was a substantiated claim. I wonder.
I've got good.
Most pathetic man ever. What does he talk about? Me? Oh, that's me. I don't feel like reading this. What is it? He stalks women.
Can I hang out with you?
Where failed healing that
That's sad. That's some sad stuff.
I'm 5'10".
5'10". How much do you weigh? Uh-oh.
I weigh about...
Two what?
Depending on the day, between 280 to 285.
So you're a fat...
Why is he crying?
Fucker.
Oh my god. This dude is a fucking menace to society. That's so terrible. He's like, oh, I'm fucking short, I'm fat. And he's like, yeah, you are. He fucking, and he's crying, dude. You made a grown man cry, Kevin. Holy shit. Rest in peace, brother. Jesus Christ.
Hey, how you doing?
It takes a village to consume all the dairy products I produce.
Wow, that's yeah, I feel like we should drink breast milk, if I'm being honest with you.
Psycho! Little Hank Dalton! Meow!
Okay. Did you say Mike Wazowski and then go meow?
Little Miss!
Original. Hey, thank you so much for the bits, brother.
Amazing! Hot Rod! Baby Jesus!
Why is this micro wrestling? Half these guys look like regular
Disco
sized
Dom!
people.
Pinky Shortcake! Little Show! I for the micro!
Wow.
The micro rocker. Durango. Torito! Oof!
Vanessa. Her name is Vanessa?
Chief Littlefoot. Oh.
Wow. Okay, thank you.
This is a message to Quandale Dingle.
Bro, come on. Why does this fucking meme have 915,000 views of Daniel Larson saying this is a message for Quandale Dingle?
Please stop messaging me.
Don't play this out.
Go to hell.
Wow. Why did that have so many views? Daniel Larson is going to be the next liquid. Is going to be the next Christian. Wow. Your favorite granny. I feel you. I feel that. Kendrick Lamar, The Heart Pulse, Part 5. You send me a song? Why would you send me a song to a stream?
Yeah, yeah.
You guys really banging, but you know, DMC immediately. What is this? Somebody sent me this and said, "Isn't every single relationship in a way transactional? True altruism doesn't exist." I think. A really good intro. This guy jigging out. It's looking good. Okay, let's see what we got here. Babe, you washed and folded all this? Okay, we can't play the sound. Just trying to help out. And then he's gonna get some poo nanny, and then she talks. Ugh.
Me realize how naturally transactional a lot of hetero relationships are.
All relationships are transactional.
This is something that has been theorized a lot by second-wave radical feminists. They argue that
Every relationship is transactional. Nobody does something for like, dude. Nobody does nice things for anybody. I just want you to know that. Like, people do nice things for people because it makes them feel good. Okay, that's a selfish reason to do something. It doesn't make it wrong, right? Like today, I was at Costco, right? And these two older, I think they were Russian women. They were like small, and they were by the water section of Costco. And so naturally, I put aside my hatred for Russia, and I screamed at them, "Fuck you for what you did to Ukraine." I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. Anyway, I said, like, "Hey, do you want me to put the water in your cart for you? Because it's heavy and they're small." And they're like, "Yeah," but thank you. And I did that. Now, I did it because I wanted to be nice to them. It made me feel good. I wanted to be nice to them. It's like, that makes me feel good. But that's what it is. It makes you feel good. You do nice things for other people, for yourself in some capacity. Okay? Okay?
that being a woman in a society that is heteropatriarchal means that there are only two ways to be a woman.
And also, like, not for nothing, but this whole idea that it's that somehow homosexual, I guess you'd say, relationships, because they're talking about heterosexual, is non-transactional is frankly fucking homophobic. Because you're saying that gay people are just a fucking different breed. You're saying that, like, gay people, they're the fucking same. Gay people are not different from straight people. Like, everybody does that shit, okay? When my wife asks me to do stuff, I do it because I want to make my wife happy. That's it, okay? And that makes me feel good. It's transactional. And by the way, who the fuck likes doing dishes? I did the dishes today. My wife asked me to. I hate doing dishes. I fucking hate it. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's keep going with this. What is this person saying?
Radical feminists. They argue that being a woman in a society that is heteropatriarchal means that there are only two ways to be a woman. It is either being a mother or being a prostitute. And that both of these are
I mean, that's not true. You can either be a mother, a prostitute, or a working woman, okay? And I usually argue that prostitutes are working women. So you're being very intentionally exaggerating here, but okay.
Transactions in which sex is the reward for the man. And they even argue that it is more transactional if you are...
You know what I'd say more than anything else? It's kind of embarrassing that you have to do nice things for your wife to get her to fuck you. My wife will... My wife could walk through the door today. I could throw dirt at her. And I could shatter every dish in the house, and she's gonna fuck the shit out of me whenever I want because I just give her grade A1 dick. Okay, so the fact that you need to do the dishes so my wife will fuck me, bro. Okay, that's a you problem. I don't have that fucking problem. Okay, I mean I don't make my wife happy to have sex. I make my wife happy because it makes me feel good about myself. Fucking yeah, A1 inch, baby. Fuck you. But it was still, the joke was funny because like a lot of men are like, hey, baby, you should fuck me if I do the dishes. Like, okay.
Or in a heterosexual relationship than if you are a prostitute. Because as a married woman and as a mother, you not only sell sex, but you also sell reproductive capacity. And in exchange, you get stability, money, and respectability in a heteropatriarchal society.
I guess.
And they argue that because of the society we've been raised in, no matter how feminist your husband may be, there is necessarily a transactional component to the relationship.
I mean, it's not that deep. I feel like, okay, girls do nice things for guys too. But okay, cool. I'm gonna review this other person one day. This page. Maybe next time we come in. I just don't feel like doing it right now because we're burning down the stream. Burning it down.
I hate you, of course.
Whoa! Don't send me the same thing twice, or I won't. That's not nice. Don't do that.
Okay, so Cobra Taint.
This red pill freak threatened to kidnap Tila. Okay, I might watch that another time. That's more of like a next time video. Okay. We could do that. I wonder why Def Noodles hasn't covered it. Huh, Def? Why you're so busy defending Amber Heard starving people? That's what I'm saying, bro. Nice. That's awesome, bro. That's me.
How's it going, everybody?
Would it be offensive if I was a cameraman and I went to other poor, starving countries since I'm morbidly obese? Crashing Roe v. Wade protests in Washington, D.C.
Good. My name is Gardenia Williamson, formerly Gordon.
Oh, it's Chet Goldstein. This is the racist guy that went after EDP, which makes sense. It's good that EDP got caught, but he actually didn't do it alone. It was with a bunch of other people, and that could have been a really big thing for their career. But Hank Chris Hansen basically, like, he had a conversation with them, and he was like, "Dude, you really interacted with this the wrong way," and he made other people look bad that he worked with. Those other people lost a ton of credibility. This is a guy who, like, openly is just like racist, like. He thinks it's funny to just call people the N-word with like a hard R, and his whole justification is like, I don't hate black people. I let a black friend stay with me. That black friend even said like that, like, yeah, Chet is racist, but he tries not to let it get to him. He was uncomfortable with it, but just like that's where we're at. Yeah, just like me, exactly.
But I'm Gardenia now, and
I think his real name is Alex Rosen. Apparently, the whole Chet Goldstein thing is just so like an anti-Semitic thing. I think he might actually be Jewish though, but like it's like some weird like he just thinks that it's funny.
I am a transgender female to male, and I too can get pregnant. Roe v. Wade did not only take away women's rights to abortion, it took away men's rights too. The only row that should be revoked is death row for innocent minorities in prison due to these white males.
Oh my god. Well, he's not wrong, I guess. Well, I mean, it's funny because that's exactly what people want to hear. Okay. Great.
The only Wade that's acceptable is Dwayne Wade, who has a transgender kid on the Miami Heat.
Oh my god.
So, with sad news, I worked the past 9 months trying to appear pregnant. I've done food challenges, been stress eating. I'm actually from Alabama. My father's very conservative. He pushed me into this. It's horrible. He pushed me into this. I wanted to appear pregnant. Next thing you know, Roe v. Wade is ended, and now I can't get an abortion. Seems like the only thing terminated is my hopes and dreams. If I were a Make-A-Wish kid, the only thing I would do is get an abortion. What are you doing?
I think that they realized that he's trolling, so they turn his mic off.
What's yours? Okay, well, can I get that?
My rights are not.
Okay, wow, that was an interesting segment.
Hey, fuck you, scammer.
Filet mignon.
That's an unironically weak Squishmallow display. I have actually like 60 or 70 Squishmallows in my house, so fuck you, okay? Oh, it looks like he rocks it. Damn, he just rocked the shit out of that dude.
Guys, very friendly, may lick small children. What the fuck does that mean?
I hope they've got a dog.
Okay. So stupid. Incredible.
You're not magic.
Well, about as magic as your dad, mate. And he disappeared, didn't he?
That's terrible. Did his dad actually disappear? Oh my god.
I didn't mean that. You alright?
Oh, that's so sad. Holy shit. What the fuck? The man who trolled the school board. Not today, friends. Not today. That was so fucked up. But
popular website.
TikTok is destroying a generation. What
Significantly.
Maybe another time. I think I watched this already. Did I not? I'm pretty sure I watched that already.
I don't.
Pokemon lies. The drama gets heated. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't even care if it was still going because it's so boring. Who gives a shit? It's the fucking stupidest thing in the world. That is Daniel Larson. That is Daniel Larson. All right.
And look, guys.
Russian propaganda. I don't give a fuck. I think we're good.
Nicholas Joseph Fuentes is
just the way that it sounded when he said Nicholas was incredible to me. All right. Let's go raid somebody. Let's find somebody to give a smooch to. Here we go. Bang out. Burn out. Pokemon is your queen. Fantastic. You know what it sounded like. It's not just me. All right, guys. Do we want a simp or do we want a pimp? Do we want a girl or do we want a guy? That was what I meant when I said simp or pimp. The fuck is this? This is it. The lowest streamer on is 8. Fuck out of here. Let's see what we got here. This guy's stream looks cool as hell.
D-pics.
Wow.
All right, that's confirmed.
That's incredible. 10. I love how good this looks.
In here, I just want to say.
That looks really good. I'm going to raid this guy because he has a really high quality stream. All right, guys, have a good one. Take care. You know the drill. Be respectful. All that nonsense. You know, you get it. Bye. Bye, everybody. Here we go. Boo. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down in the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.